I did the Southern band. Charges on the beat.
On the spoon to get your information. On the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon television. Spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening in Monrovia, to spoon.
Exactly, you want to know what's happening in Liberia. You want to get all the news updates. Tune to Spoon. This is where you get authentic information about all the major happenings in Liberia. Here we get to break the news, we get to interact with the newsmakers, and you get to hear critical views, critical analysis on the different happenings across the country every single night on this platform. I'd like to say welcome again to another fascinating edition of the program. This is the Late Night Show, the Late Night Politics on Spoon. We are here tonight live on Spoon 107.5 FM, Fabric 101.1, Super 95.5, and a host of other radio stations across the country. My name is Nelson Colette. Let me just go across now to bring in the rest of the team. I see our co-moderator, Moba Zoka. We have a full house tonight. It promises to be fascinating. As you come on, kindly share the program. We're on YouTube. Spoon Talk Live is the YouTube handle. So just go there, share the program. And we're also on Facebook. You can find us on Spoon TV, Fabric TV, or Super TV. Share the program as you come on. Let's have a fascinating discussion tonight. Let me bring in our co-moderator, Moba Zoka. I see our dear sister Shirley Stan is coming on tonight. She's backstage. Anthony Gay, Josh Widow, Jilau Sandy. I love to call that guy's name, Jilau Sandy, and of course our own big brother Prince Bay. He's gonna be coming on. But let's start with Moba, man. Moba, it's good to have you on tonight. What's going on? You caught on where? What's happening?
No.
There's something about the way you came on set, Moba. You came on as if you were doing something else, and I just
I'll just put him out. No,
shock.
I'll put him out.
No, but I still see the shock in your face. Moba, you have to be sincere.
I'm at work. You see it?
Oh, you are doing something.
I'm doing nothing different. I don't work. I just relax.
It's not camera friendly. Were you doing something that's not camera friendly?
I'm trying to face the camera, my man. You know.
But there's something about the way you came on.
Like nothing.
Let me say welcome to the show, man. It's good to have you on tonight, Moba.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah. Let me bring in Shirley. Shirley, welcome to the show. It's good to have you. It's been a while since we had you here.
I say you gotta pay fun.
How dare you here, Nelson?
Pay fun for that time.
Maluba, now I see why Nelson was on you from the beginning. And now you coming
here. You noticed
it,
right? You noticed it, Shirley. You noticed that, right?
I mean, I saw you getting on like you coming from doing some kind of okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let me bring in someone for example. The person in my battle bring on. Similarly, the person in my battle bring on. That person was doing something that's not
doing something too. So Nelson, just make it clear. Let's just put it on record that I wasn't doing anything.
You see the man right here?
He was doing something. All the men and us for something tonight. Yeah.
Next time you bring me your camera in that way. I was saying inappropriately. Why you have to bring me live? Okay.
No, you are setting in an unfriendly a position that's not camera friendly. Let me put it that way.
Exactly.
Yeah, brother. But you know, the good thing about it is that when I brought you on, we were not live.
Thank you.
We were not live. And the other day, Ture was changing his shirt, right? let me tell you something. When you're logged in studio, you're caught your webcam. We won't get in problem one day. Some people can come on the show, they can be recording the show. Josh Reader, welcome. Anthony Gay, welcome. I mean, welcome to the show. I'm gonna get my territory to Oni this time. She will explain.
Nelson, I
I
mean,
mean-
because I've been going for a
I
while,
mean, I
so
guess
you
you
let you
get-
welcome
I
me.
mean-
I got problem though.
I
Okay,
guess to get
tell
for
you
you.
what
I'll tell you after the show. Me, I hate gossip. About Raymond, I hate gossip.
Anyway,
Lord.
look, guys, we're not going there. Raymond is here.
start.
Why say anything that
But
hasn't
I need I gossip. I need it. Come
Don't
on,
start.
welcome to the show. Raymond, welcome to the show.
My brother,
Raymond is a presidential
Balla,
nominee.
speak now or forever hold your peace.
Yeah, you're
'Cause
right.
whatever you say will be used against
No,
you.
I got that
Josh,
information
at the
too.
time of reckoning.
Raymond is a presidential nominee in waiting. I got that information too. I don't know how.
Congrats,
Yeah,
advance, brother.
Raymond is a
I
presidential
hope so.
nominee.
I don't know how to say that. I'm
And that
also,
would be for the Association of Citizens of Pitiba, the village that I come from.
also my man, forget that village thing. So now when village people join your thing again, be correct. So forget the village.
It can be correct.
No, guys, I hold an opposite
I also
view.
got information that
Guys, I hold an opposite view, and I stand against that negative propaganda against village people. If there's no way that is called home is your village, if you call any other place home other than your village, you are lost. We got to learn to start appreciating our village people. Where we from, we should hold no pride stronger than the pride of our village. And let's start demonizing our village people for misfortune.
okay.
Our
let-
village
let
people
me
are
say
those
this.
who offer prayers to
Raymond,
us and
stop
God
being too
hears it.
serious about this thing. Raymond, calm down.
I
Stop
respect
being
you,
too
Raymond.
serious.
No, listen.
Why is Fanny,
This
why
is-
is Fanny clapping though?
This
Why?
is serious. No, I respect Raymond for his view on this. This is very serious. Every little thing, the village people. I don't
How
like
many
that.
people on this show can visit
When
Labra
I
and
leave,
visit our
let me
villages?
tell you,
How
let me
many
tell
people?
you. Let me tell
Yeah,
you,
I can
Baba,
do.
But
when
if
I
they want
leave
to
forget
the
it.
talk about
US,
before, don't talk
when I
about
leave
village.
the US, every time I leave the US, I
Look at how
spend
you-
2 days in Morovia. I go strictly on my farm.
Yeah.
Going to Marshall territory.
You buy Marshall Village?
My man, my village not far from Montreal.
But let
My
me
own
say
not far.
this.
I'm looking at great
Let me
dealer
say
son.
Really, don't downplay my
Raymond,
village.
So what are you talking about?
that thing is not as serious as you
What
taking it.
now?
Let me say
My
this.
man,
I mean, I dare it down.
It's not as serious as you taking it, Raymond.
So that
No,
really
Nelson,
get
you not
no,
serious.
but Nelson,
You're not
Nelson, I
serious
disagree
about
with
it,
you.
but the vast
Nelson, I
majority of
disagree with you.
Nigerians,
You
especially,
disagree.
especially those
Yeah, I
who call
disagree.
Christians,
Okay,
use
why
that
you
phrase
disagree?
so seriously.
Yeah,
That is
The reason I
village people.
disagree
The
is that
village people can be
the-
chasing the people. The village people can
Nelson,
be
you can use
chasing.
the topic. You have to go off track right now.
yeah, Nelson, let me say my reason why I
Man, just
disagree with
please,
Nelson
man.
and why I
I
think
do
I
not be
think
too
Raymond
serious.
is wrong. Raymond, we cannot remove the fact that when your home not sell you, the street can buy you. The
That's
fact of the
true.
matter, our village people are also good. They are also bad village people, and people
Thank
need to be
you.
pointed out. And when village
Thank
is
you.
bad, it's bad. When village is good, it's good. Not all the villages are good, and all the villages are bad. So
my
just
village
talk
is
so and
very
talk so.
good. My village is
My
very
agree
village
good.
is
with
good as
Josh
well,
on this
but
one.
there are
I mean,
bad
where
elements in
are
villages,
you?
and we know that.
So there's
Okay,
bad
guys.
element anywhere in
George.
society. So when you start
Okay,
liberating
Yeah, so they gotta
village
be pointed
people,
out. That's all.
guy, the phrase is a blunt phrase. It's not specifying anything. Most
No, but Raymond,
times,
Raymond,
When it can't
before you
pay
come
you,
in,
wear it.
George,
That's all.
George, the thing there is that though the village you come from is where made you. That's number one.
Right. Right.
If you are somebody who start from that village with a due respect and adieux that the people can look up to,
Thank God you gone.
how you
Because
excel.
you are talking,
Your
you
village
not
is
get
not
it, you not get it. You not get here, you not get it.
Your village not good to you, Mr.
I
Prince.
think the
The
point
village
is some of
internet
the
thing
village
is
people
better.
are good and some of them are
The
Your
not.
village
people
go behind you,
will
Prince.
always,
and let me
people
just
will
specify
always,
this before we go, right?
no.
Most
The people
times
will
when we
always
accuse
tell
our
you,
village people, it's based on pure superstition. No facts, no evidence.
Okay,
Just
gentlemen.
based on
Raymond,
Man,
I
okay,
think
false
okay,
the
okay,
common
okay, okay,
passport
okay, like
So
George.
it's the statement that George we had a rule. So it's the statement that George we had a rule. That it seems
Oh,
superstition,
please.
they seem lies.
You see,
Unless
George
So let's
always
just leave it
playing
go.
the conversation.
George, stop.
it's
Let
George,
you move
factual
on because George
unless
not spoil the
I mean,
conversation.
I will not listen to Prince.
superstition.
Nelson, take all the show you have,
Nelson, what's
Nelson.
the
I will not
topic
listen
for
to Prince.
tonight?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the
That's
insurrection today on the Capitol building.
What's
Guys,
on your
Exactly.
mind?
Nice,
We're
nice.
gonna
You know,
look, Anthony,
Interracial.
stop.
so it's interesting.
No,
It's an interesting thing.
no, Nelson,
Right?
let me say what's on my mind. Let's start with let's say what's on our mind because
Nelson,
I'm
let's
really
talk
pissed
about
off.
what's
I'm really
on
pissed
your
off.
mind.
For a serious special session,
You see on the screen there is the chairman on Ways and Means, the lawmaker himself, Setuma. Now, this is happening at a time when we have a crucial confirmation that should be going on. A lot of you know we've been talking about it. The 11th hour nominations that were done by the president, the outgoing president of our country, and there have been mixed reactions about that. The Unity Party specifically decided to go to court on this. The court issued a stay order, a prohibition on the entire exercise. Yesterday we spoke about that lengthily, how the three branches of government, but specifically the two branches, the first and second, which is the legislature and that of the judiciary, they were, at each other with this whole thing about the nomination. One branch, which is the legislature, seeing this thing as performing their constitutional duty, while the judiciary, on the other hand, in the name of performing her constitutional authority, put a stay order on this thing, a prohibition, and the legislature sees it as a way of maybe trying to interfere with their own function when all three branches of government should perform their constitutional tax or whatever without any interference from any of the other two branches of government. Well, it got to a point today when Liberians were eager, when Liberians had their ears all glued to the radio, and even here at the Spoon Network, we decided to carry live on all the three radio stations across the Spoon Network and on our social media handles. When Liberians were highly anticipating this confirmation hearing, then there was an uprising up Capitol Hill. I want us to go straight into this discussion today because it's very important. We have a situation where civil servants, inclusive of the teachers, the police officers, all those people who are civil servants, they did not get to be paid. Their Christmas was not good. Let me put it that way. So Nigerians did not wear Christmas clothes because of the way the government decided to handle things, either because of challenges or what have you, but they were not paid. They did not get paid. Now, and this is something that has been going on for a while. But today, with such a crucial confirmation hearing, what we saw up Capitol Hill was a disruption, was an activity that put a halt, aside from what the court said, but a complete disruption of the entire hearing. The legislative staffers decided to set up roadblocks, block the entrances, interrupted all other activities today on grounds that they want to be paid. And a lot of people may be asking, why are they behind the lawmaker Setuma? Why is he the only person they're behind? This man is the chairman on Ways and Means. All right? And as chairman on Ways and Means, when the Ministry of Finance make the allotments for the legislature, for example, for the judiciary, for the other places, the chairman on Ways and Means at the legislature that man responsible to disburse the money. But then those people decided to take on the grounds of the Capitol today. And you saw that in that video, how they embarrassed the chairman on Ways and Means. Well, there are arguments. One side of the argument is that this man should not be embarrassed. Let me talk it out Liberian way. He should not be embarrassed the way he was, because he is not the one making the allotments. It has to come from finance first before he disburses the fund. Well, there are others who say that this man should be engaged the way the legislative staffers did, because he is the chairman on Ways and Means. The same way they can engage other people for their own benefits and stuff like that, he should be doing same for the legislative staffers. In the midst of in the midst of all of these happenings, the confirmation hearing and every other thing was disrupted today. I want us to start with this, with the engagement here first. Let's take it off from the engagement at Capitol Hill. Was it prudent for the legislative staffers to engage the lawmaker the way they did? Was this a normal, protest, a normal engagement that other civil servants would do in the case where they are not paid? Or is this in any way politically motivated? Is there any political undertone? Are those legislative staffers acting on their own based on the situations they're faced with, or are they being used just to put a halt to what is supposed to be happening up Capitol Hill? We understand the protest is going to continue tomorrow, but let's hear your take on this, guys. Let's do 1 minute each, a round table on this. Then we're going to move on to the other aspect of the discussion. So maybe you can start with you, Emmy.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Nelson. Well, anyways, what I was watching today earlier on, and I don't think that Situma was the only one who was engaged at the Capitol building today. It was a lot of lawmakers that it was a protest, and it was just putting noise behind any lawmaker to see walking by. It wasn't just Situma today that happened to. So I don't want you to think that was, maybe it was kind of special when it came to her because he handles the money. But that was done to, I think, the Senate Pro Tem today. I was watching live, and that was also done to what's the guy named from Lofa Jala? It was also done to him, and so it was a whole lot of, and it was even looking for the nominee to interrupt the whole process if anything was going on. So it was a protest that was going, and that's what you do. You don't want for people to do something that's nobody touched it to mine, nobody stoned him, nobody. It was just. He was just being booed, which that's what you do when you're protesting. So I don't know why it's a big deal, or they're making it seem like somebody stoned him, or they were, they harm me any way possible. I don't think that's what went on today. So if we're talking about Situma, I don't see anything wrong with it, and he wasn't the only one.
Okay, thank you, Amy.
Yeah.
Mobile is always going in and coming out. I don't know what's happening, but let's hear from you. Let's hear from Anthony on this one. We're gonna make the rounds from all corners of it. Anthony, what do you make of the action today from the legislative staffers?
Clearly, what happened today has a strong political undertone, and here's the reason why. Spoon interviewed the protesters. The staffers, this network interviewed them, and based on their presentation to Spoon, I drew my line. They kept saying, this is the last bus stop. If they don't get that money, nobody will get confirmed. They want that money first, because if they don't get that money today, there's no guarantee they're going to get that money. Bless you, bless that. Right? All of those things happen. They have been owing them some money before, right? But here's the thing. Look at the letter of the complaint to the Supreme Court, the decision that was made by the Supreme Court trying to override the first branch of government And Senator Sherman, who is the chairman on judiciary, also put out a statement on a Facebook post that they were going to continue. I think I heard tonight. It already passed 10 p.m. in Monrovia. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's 2:23 a.m. here.
Right, and they were supposed to hold a closed door, hearing on this nominee. I heard today.
Yeah.
I don't know how confirmed that is. Right. So everything that we're talking about here is that look at the timeline. By Tuesday, this 54th legislature should come to a conclusion. Right. They should be done with everything, and everybody should go their separate way, and then the new legislature, the 55th legislature, should be ushered in on the following on Tuesday. So everything that happened today.
But Anthony, I get where you're coming from, Anthony. But the other side of this thing is that this is not the first time for those staffers to protest, like what we saw today. It's
but
not
they have never gone to the
legislative staffers have consistently engaged the leadership there whenever they've had issues with their salaries, the delay in their salaries. Why would you think this time it is something that has a political undertone when those individuals have done it not once, not twice?
Yeah, but the step that they took today, they have never taken that step. Going to the generator room, trying to shut down the generator while lawmakers were in section today. They never. What's going on? I see people shaking their head.
It's a protest, for goodness sake.
I was just saying because the people are desperate, and I understand.
Yeah, it's a protest.
Hold on, let me make my comment.
Guys,
Stop the interruption.
Let's protect Anthony because
you're interrupting us, George.
Yeah, we want to make sure that this thing, everyone will have their time to make their
point. And Nelson,
right?
that's what I was on mute. I was just shaking my head. So he asked, that's what I unmuted myself.
I forgot to discuss that part. I thought we were just talking about Satuma.
No.
That's what I thought we were talking about.
Emmy, it's done. They passed by you.
No, guys.
George, I'm a moderator here. I don't know who made you want to disturb.
Let's do this one step at a time, right? So, Anthony, you are saying that this action today was politically Josh, that upper job, he take care of me.
Yeah, 97 half forever.
Doing Raymond time.
Escape from Samibo.
Raymond, bro, but I did that.
Escape from Samibo.
So, Anthony, you are saying that those
Josh,
guys,
only men with class were
you think
guys.
Let's stop that thing. You think that this thing was politically motivated? Are you being fair to those legislative staffers?
Look, let me say this, right?
Look,
let me say this, nursing. In all due respect, where I work, if I work 1 second, they pay me for 1 second. I don't even have to protest. Before I wake up in the morning, my
no, but your environment is different,
account, right?
Your environment is different.
Hold on. If they have to go to the extent where they're fighting security to turn off the generator while the lawmakers are in section, that is beyond protest. You understand? That is beyond protest. Where there is video out there where they were fighting the security guy to turn off the generator of the Capitol building. That is beyond protest.
So if this thing is politically motivated as you think, who do you think will be fueling this situation? Who do you think?
The Unity Party article administration, obviously, because five of the protesters, when your network also interviewed them today, they all make reference to the CDC-led administration. They even chased a guy who they claim to be a seditious among them to leave. I'm not making this up. Play the video, right? They kept pointing at the CDC-led government. Look, when you're a staffer, you're a staffer. You don't play politics.
Okay,
right?
Thank you. We're gonna come back to you, Anthony, but let's hear from Sandy on this one. Sandy, now this is one of the videos here.
Let's smoke it out. Let me leave. Because once he can do anything. That man not get conscience. He has no conscience. That boy outside. That man leave. As soon as protest.
Portion of what happened today at the Capitol Hill. This is the seat of the first branch of government. Sandy, let's hear your take on this. You heard the guy saying that let's smoke Setoma out. Let him not leave. Let's chase him. Let's go for him. And the previous video we played, you saw how they went for him in and they brought him out. What do you think is behind this protest? Now, aside from just the salary issue.
Look, let's put it into context, Nelson.
Yeah.
The first thing is those guys express that the time they have with this body,
yeah,
54th legislature is limited. That's the first thing. As of next Tuesday, this body will be dissolved.
Dissolved. Yeah, you're right.
I love you, Cindy.
These people here have no other means. When the body is dissolved, they have no other means of getting that money from their leaders, for those that they work for. Most of them going out were defeated. So that was the first thing.
Let me hold you to that first thing. I know you're going to
have no way of getting that money back.
But Cindy, this is okay. Let's agree. No, Josh, guys, don't interrupt Cindy.
No,
let's agree. Let's agree. No, let's agree that
George, I'll put you in the back.
Let's agree that Moba here, for example, works in the office of Senator.
Yes, I'm going to school. Okay, go ahead.
Let's agree that Moba here, for example, works in the office of Setoma, of one of the lawmakers that are going out. And Moba doesn't get to be paid until the 54th is dissolved. Does that mean that Moba wouldn't get his money? I mean, government is an institution and government is continued. Don't you think that Moba will just have to be patient, and once the dust is settled, he'll still get his money instead of setting up roadblocks and causing the kind of...
Mr. Monba, for the past 2 months, has not gotten paid. Mr. Monba children did not wear Christmas clothes.
Yeah.
Your children wear Christmas clothes, according to what CEO told us today, but I'm not going there. But Mr. Monba children are not wearing Christmas clothes. Mr. Monba has not gotten paid for 2 months, even though Setuma that he works for is currently in office.
Yeah.
When Setuma leaves and a new person comes, most likely Mr. Monba may not even work. The new person coming in may replace Monba with his own staff. What guarantee does Monba have now to get his pay? Take that into consideration.
So you think the guys are right to set up roadblocks and
of course,
stand still to everything that happened up Capitol Hill today?
Colette, I always say this: if you are paying people, even if it's small, pay them on time. Anthony said it here. I don't have to protest. I don't have to worry about whether they're going to pay me. And if someone works for you and you are not paying them on time, how do you expect them to feed their family, to clothe their family, to send their children to school? Don't you think they get frustrated?
Okay,
think there is no other means.
Anthony don't understand that because he doesn't have to worry about that.
Finally, Cindy, and then we're gonna move to the next person. Let's take a look at this other side of the argument. Others are arguing that the lawmaker Setuma is just a chair on Ways and Means. The allotment will have to be made from finance. When it's available from finance, sent to the legislature, then he does the disbursement. But the argument on the other side is the allotment has not been made from finance. How does he carry on the disbursement or what have you? Do you see this action, especially against him, as being fair, considering that it will have to come from up there before it gets to him, and and then disbursement is done?
Nelson, do not exclude the legislature out of this. They bear the greatest responsibility to ensure that their staff are paid timely. Nelson, you work for me. You work for me, I'm your boss. I must ensure that Nelson get paid timely. Even if there's a third party in between that must approve or disburse the finance, I must speak on your behalf.
Thank you.
The legislature has the greatest power to ensure that the finance ministry disburse that money so that Nelson, my staffer, can get paid timely.
Thank you. Thank you, Cindy. We're going to come to the other aspect of the discussion, but let's hear from you, Francis. Then we're going to take Shirley. Josh, I know you want to come in, but you have to hold your peace.
Yeah, please, man. Please,
Nelson,
my man.
before Francis speak, right? Let's get a
Nelson,
clarification.
why you
This
gotta
money we're
skip
talking
me
about
before?
is a special section. that
Nelson, you letting Anthony
doesn't
speak, and you
matter.
know, let me.
It
Yeah.
works for us.
Nelson, why you gotta skip me before
No, we're
Francis?
gonna
I've
come
been
to
here
you. We're
before
gonna come to
Francis.
you,
No, the man,
Shirley.
the
We're
man
not
is
going
giving
to
anybody a different
further
style
now.
today.
Yeah, but
And
let's
never
hear.
spoke on the
I
motive.
think you
That's
should,
not
Nelson.
fair.
I think you should take me before
Let's
before
try to go,
Francis.
Nelson. Let's try
I
to go.
think
After
all
me.
because I want to kind of
Let's try
emphasize
to
on
go.
what
Then I'll go
Cindy said.
after maybe George
Okay,
or
yeah.
somebody.
Okay, but then
Okay.
let's take it. Go ahead.
And it's all because I do have staff that work for me.
Okay.
And those staff, I am an advocate for them. I have to make sure that those staff are paid on time. I have to make sure if those staff are underpaid and I have to give them a raise, I have to advocate for them. And so those people are responsible to advocate for those people that work for them. And I know you asked a question of,
Yeah.
if another government take over, that other government would, it's not
They'll pay them.
possible for those people to get paid, right?
Mhm.
How sure am I that I'm gonna get paid when first of all my boss, who's supposed to advocate on my behalf to make sure that I'm getting paid, he's not doing it. He have not done it for months. So if he's leaving, is he gonna do it? No. He probably not even gonna turn any document over to the people to let them know that I wasn't paid for 2 or 3 months. So that's why those people were intentional. They need their money. You were able to feed your children on Christmas Day, buy them nice outfit for Christmas. Matter of fact, even was able to get Christmas money to your loved one and your extended family. But those people, they ain't had Christmas for their children. I can only imagine what they have to go, those of them that are married, that have family, to go and tell their family. Okay? But they're working. They wake up in the morning, they go and work. Whether they clean your bathroom or they clean your office, you are entitled to pay them. And you need to pay them on time. Imagine you not getting paid on time. Imagine a lawmaker who can do absolutely nothing in Liberia, not getting paid on time. I heard an interview about one of the lawmakers who was sick for months, but he was getting paid. And other people were
but Shirley,
going in the
let's look at
office
this.
and they're not getting paid.
Let's look at this from a standpoint, from a perspective where this is something that's affecting not just the legislature. Let's look at it from the general standpoint, right? As we speak, teachers in the classrooms are yet to be paid. The teachers were not paid. The police officers were not paid. Civil servants across the country, they were not being paid. Now, someone may be asking the question as to why only the legislative staffers and why at this time?
Nelson, that is a simple question, okay? Because first of all, those people the people that are working are not getting paid, but yet they are still trying to make decisions to put another person who is not qualified to serve the Liberian people or have no good interest of the Liberian people.
So you have to put it
I
for
trying to put that person in power. So the people you know why? No. We want to get our money first because first of all, we are not getting paid. And so we want to make sure that we can get paid. So I don't think it has anything to do with some political party empower the
even in a
people
classroom.
or hungry person. If I'm hungry, don't talk to me, okay? Because you're not gonna get anything good out of me. Those people are desperate for their pay, and so they will take any action to get their pay.
Thank you, Shirley. And
Even
I like
including breaking the law.
what Lamo told post that he said
I don't
most of
understand
the
how is
staffers,
it breaking the law. Whoever
most of the
saying that, how is
staffers
it breaking
are
the law?
hired directly by the legislators.
Don't pay Anthony any months, Shirley.
Anthony, I don't know how is it breaking the law.
I mean, you want to make a quick point?
You work in a
Yes.
where you
I
don't
want
have
to make a
ask
quick
for
point,
your pay.
Nelson. You
Yeah,
asked Shirley.
do
You
that
ask
quickly. and we
Shirley
take,
that a lot of people,
Princess.
a lot of staffs in the government are not getting paid. Why should the legislative staff will be the one to be protesting? Mind you, this is a special callback, right? A special call or
Teachers are
whatever
not
by the
protesting.
president.
The
Huh?
nurses are not protesting. The teachers are not protesting.
The nurses are now off and they've been called back. The president called these people back just to confirm these two
They're working 24/7,
individuals.
the nurses.
So that's
Yeah.
why. Okay, so these people was already out
So
and they
does
called
that
them back. So if
justify
you call
why
them
they
back
shouldn't
and
get paid though?
so if you
I
call
don't
them,
get
No,
your
no,
point.
let's
Josh.
stop. Let's stop the interruption.
so if you call
I
them
mean,
back
you
and
have 20
say
Nelson,
seconds.
you condone the interruption. You have done something far earlier, but you've done nothing. So the interruption
Yeah,
continues.
so let's take off from here, guys. I mean, can you conclude in 20 seconds?
So if you call these people back and then you pay the big bosses and you leaving the little guys there that doing all the work. Like just I was listening to a guy today that was naming the work that they do at the legislature. I didn't know all of these things. He was naming it, and I felt rather bad listening to that old man. I didn't know they were doing all of these things. They're doing most of the job over there than these so-called lawmakers passing around with that BB code suit there on and something. So if you're paying these people, you should also be able to pay these guys that are doing the most of the work and not just leave them out.
Thank you. Let's hear from Francis, then we'll take Josh.
Okay.
Princess, thanks for allowing me to go first.
Anytime, girl. Anytime. Yeah. First of all, this is one of those days I'm really proud to be a Liberian. You know, especially when I see some civil disobedience with no violence and stuff like that.
Is it proud to be a Liberian?
Yes, when I see something like this. When I see something like this.
You
mean seeing something like this?
Let's smoke it out. Let them
Yeah,
that's what
absolutely.
makes Francis proud to be a Liberian. Let's hear you.
Absolutely. I felt good watching that today. And the only thing I'm praying for, because I know folks like George and Anthony, they look for an excuse to turn this thing around. So I was praying, please don't throw rock. Please don't hit nobody.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Please
sure
don't
that
do
video
nothing.
would
But Anthony, you are talking, I didn't interrupt.
Anthony, stop interrupting the man.
I said, please don't do anything. Even though they would look for any reason to tarnish, to muddy what they are doing, please do not harm anybody. And thank God they didn't do any of those things. But let me just point something out, right?
Yeah.
Those staffers, like Abin mentioned, right? And I listened to one of the staffers speak. And I didn't even need him to lay it out because I know what staffers do. Most of the research and the reading of those bills and things like that, which of course our guys don't even read it, they can pass a bill in one day that was presented to them. That's how narrow-minded and small-minded they are. But the staffers do most of the heavy lifting. But those guys get paid almost 20 times more than what the staffers get. Right? They get paid almost 20 times more. And I know they want to put politics, but let's just agree that politics were involved, right? But you know what you do? You hit somebody where it hurts. Because now they want to confirm those people. The staffers have to say, you know what? This is an opportunity for me to get paid or go out blazing. Because, like, I don't know who mentioned earlier, new representatives or senators come in, they bring in new staffers. These staffers are not tenure position. They can bring in new staffers. So those staffers now that will be out, that children are not getting food to eat or going to school or good clothes to wear, while these guys are driving $30,000, $40,000, $70,000 cars and making over 30 or let's say with all of that benefit, probably close to 20, 25,000 United States dollars a month. And those staffers pay. The lady mentioned they were getting paid about 16,000 Liberian dollars, and they cut it down to 8,000. Why those? And we sat here two nights ago talking about, let them get paid at least 5,000 and benefits and stuff. Why the old money over there not even getting paid? They can better get the $85 that they want. Teachers can better get paid. And you know what mess up the economy? When people don't get paid, the people don't spend money. When they don't spend money, the economy dies. So that's why hurting our country. That's one of the major things that are hurting our country today. Because the average citizen are not getting money. If they don't get money, they don't spend. That's why hurting us. But the big shot, the fat cats, they get all the money. So they want to hurry come. They have no problem coming back. They have no problem. Even a judge will request an additional 4 or 5 days after the 9th for them to come back. Because what? They'll be licking their elbow.
Look,
So what about those people?
Francis, the thing here is, a lot of people are arguing that the staffers' action today, and as they've planned, as they stated, they're going to be doing it for the next couple of days, up to a week. Some are saying that this is politically motivated. Some are saying that they're not just protesting because of their salaries and all of that. This is something that they've been facing for some time. Others are saying that this protest is happening because they want to halt all the confirmation and activities that has been going on, so as to filibuster. Yeah, Aka's Greg is saying legislative filibuster, delay, so that it can take up time and just push this whole confirmation thing to a later date.
Okay, let me agree with them. Let me agree with everybody that says it's politically motivated, right? But you just mentioned one thing. You said they have, I think Anthony mentioned that also, they haven't been paid before, right? Okay, but you know what those people did? Why they didn't protest to this magnitude? It's because if I try it, they will fire me. This gangster government, if I try it, they will fire me and I'll be sitting on the sidewalk. But now I have nothing to lose. They have 11 of these senators already been kicked out. The chief gangster has already been kicked out. He tried to boot the vice president today. They have already been kicked out. So what do we have to lose? And now there's something that they want. Now they need us, right? In other sense, that they need us. So if I stay in their way, maybe that bribe that Samuel Roller Colley they sent to them by saying the letter he sent, that's pretty much a bribe. Maybe some of that will trickle down to us. But we need our money. So let them agree that they're doing it because of politics. But still, it works. It's the best thing for them to do today. And I'm very proud.
So, for instance, you're supporting protest. You're supporting.
I always support protest, peaceful protest. Peaceful protest like the one today.
Thank you.
Nothing protest is not illegal.
Let's hold you there, Francis. Josh, come in, and after Josh,
protest is not illegal.
Josh, come in.
I said turning off the generator was an insurrection.
What makes an insurrection?
I just said
no, insurrection and stop bothering us.
Guys, you don't have the time for this.
Please, go ahead, Josh. Let's hear you, Josh. Go ahead.
Thank you. Guys, look, Nelson, I appreciate the time you've given me.
I don't want you to start. Let me start, Josh. Josh, your government that was so loved, so cherished, that was held by the Liberian people, given power for 6 years. Your government that was chaired by a celebrity, an icon, soccer icon, someone who even the young children down there used to lay beneath. The government any power now, and the legislative staffers are protesting. And someone may be concerned, is this a way of retaliating? Is it a retaliation? Is it a way of getting back to the people, especially those civil servants that you've not paid them for this month, and they're protesting today?
Yeah. I like the CEO in the comment section. Look, Nelson, yesterday was one of the most difficult days in my life as well. I was so sad. I was so to be a Liberian, I was really sad because of what I saw. Yeah, I was really sad. And yeah, it's what I want to say. First, I just want to address something my sister said. Amy, she said all the lawmakers were heckled by the protesters, and I would say no. I saw Dillon walk among them. They were very quiet. They let him pass easily. He and some other lawmakers. I think Dillon and some other guys engineered this disruption.
Come on.
Dillon and these guys did this thing to just because look, when we listen to people, some of us, we don't listen to what the people want to tell us. We listen to what they don't want to tell us. When I listen to Dillon said constitutionally, the Supreme Court cannot stop us from doing our work. And I believe in it. I've said it on the show before, even before he spoke about it. I said, these are separate branches. You cannot tell me what to do in my office. You know what I mean? So we will find another way to stop it. That's what Dillon was saying, but people did not listen to that. People just say, "Oh, Dillon say," and they will go ahead. No, Dillon and others engineered these guys to go on a rampage to halt this entire process. And here's why.
So,
I saw Dillon walk. Among those protesters, and they were like giving him way to pass. They were not booing or anything.
Let's take this one. Let's take this one, Josh. I know you're about to conclude, but let's
I'm not concluding because you are interrupting me. I'm not concluding.
Yeah, but
I'm not concluding
I'll
because you are
give your time back
interrupting me.
to you. I'll give your time back
Thank
to you,
you.
Josh. But
Thank
if
you.
you have a responsibility as a father to
But
feed your
Anthony,
kids,
what are you doing?
to feed your kids, to make sure that you provide for your kids, and you fail to provide for your kids, you failed on your responsibility as a father. Another person tells your kid that your father is supposed to be providing for you, and because he's not doing that, you have to do X, Y, and Z. If that child goes ahead and do that, will you blame the person who brainwashed your child, or will you blame yourself, you, the father, for not living up to your own responsibility?
Nelson, thank you. Nelson, it's a pity that most of my colleagues here don't understand how the legislature works. And when people don't have the inner workings knowledge, they will always say these things they are saying. Look, let me tell you, there are two types of staffers at the Capitol building. They have the CSA, right? Which is those ones who are, how they call them, who are employed by the government. They cannot get fired.
Certainly. And these are the people that Charles Brown are a part of.
Exactly. That's what Charles Brown. They know that. Yeah, come on, man. Shelly, come on. What's going on, Nelson?
I don't understand
You
why
are calling me off. You are calling me off. Let me finish.
Correct you, Josh. You always like to think that everyone is ignorant.
Nelson, when somebody is not a supporter of the United
that doesn't make you intelligent at all. Just give your point without trying to put anybody down.
That's not UP platform. A lot of men speak.
Okay. Listen, guys. Surely your point is well taken. Josh, can you make your point, sir?
All right. So the thing is that there are two types of staffers at the Capitol building, and even in the budget office, there are technicians. There are people who are also employed by the government after government who are not to be going out with these lawmakers that are being sent out. So these people work in the budget offices, and guess what? Some of them are directors in the budget offices, right? And I know some of them. And these guys will be there even when the guys leave. These guys are the one that actually work on the budget. Like you guys were saying, you said those guys that work at the legislature, they do most of the work. Yes. All you see, Setuma, those people that just the bosses, but the real people that do the work, that do the budgeting, that do everything, that do budget analysis, they are CSA. They are I forget the terminology that we call them in Liberia. They are government employees. They don't civil service agency. CSA, thank you. So you see, Nelson, these people are not going out. These people are the ones that actually do the allocation and everything. What Setuma and the others do is just oversight. So the problem is that when people don't know and they say these people are leaving, so
are you saying that it was wrong for those guys to smoke Setuma out today?
Nelson, look, I said it was a sad day in our country. For the fact that these people, let me tell you, one more thing I want to say before I get to that, Nelson, is that this extra sitting, that because the extra sitting, because they got paid, they are only talking about the extra sitting. So I don't know why you got the information for that they didn't get paid, Nelson. They got paid. They are only talking about the extra sitting. Guess what? Extra sitting is like overtime. If I don't want to do overtime, I will not do overtime. You getting me? If I accept to do overtime, I will observe the time they want to pay for the overtime. They will not pay for the time I want them to pay for it. So this whole thing was political maneuvering done by Dillon and the rest to sabotage the entire operations there. And it's wrong, and we need to speak about it because guess what? We all have one denominator, and that denominator is Liberia, and we cannot sit supinely and allow people to do whatever they want to do. Let me tell you, you people are saying here it's part of protest. Roadblocks is not part of protest. That means you are restricting other people passage. You can go and put up placards and stand by the roadside. You cannot restrict people movement and you say it's a protest. It's not protest. It's insurrection. I don't know where you guys got the information from. These things you guys back here, when they turn around one day, we'll sit here and you'll be crying about it. You cannot suppose something that is wrong.
Let's get out a bit. The CDC carry on series of protestations across the country, and you know the rest of the story. Was that insurrection?
They did not block any way. They did not block any way. If you show me the video where they block entrance,
generator.
The generator, they did not do that. They spoke, they used their word. They paraded the streets.
Thank you, Josh.
They did not stop anybody movement. And you guys sit here and you want to make us to believe that by blocking the vice president passage into her office is protest. It's not protest, it's insurrection. You can't do that.
Thank you, Josh.
Let me tell you, even a lawmaker, you cannot arrest a lawmaker when they are going, even when they commit a crime, you cannot arrest them when they are going to work. Why will you stop them from entering the office and you think it's lawful?
I see.
Let's stop this thing, man. You are destroying Liberia by supporting these sort of behaviors.
Define insurrection, George. Define insurrection.
Go to the dictionary. I mean, go to the dictionary. Go to the dictionary. I already defined. That's why I'm using it. If you don't know it,
I'm going to mute you guys. Now, Anthony,
Nelson,
you went in the back once when
Anthony
you
have
came by.
been
You were very kind on the
interrupting,
show,
and
but now
you are not doing nothing about it. Anthony have been talking continuously throughout. You need to do something about it because that is disrespectful to
This
all
is
of
not
us.
UP platform.
Guys, let's do this.
I'm
it
just
is
saying,
not
he's
exactly.
very disrespectful.
But no one claim for it to be a
Okay.
UP
So,
platform.
but let's hear
If
from.
you don't know something, we will tell you it.
No, guys, stop.
Nelson,
That's why we are
I
here to share knowledge.
require,
That's why we are here to
Nelson,
share
I
knowledge.
require that you take charge.
We're gonna take Raymond next, but just before
hold on, Nelson. Let me speak to this issue. I've been quiet.
I'm coming.
Hold on, Nelson. Let me speak to you. Give me the opportunity to speak.
Raymond,
I'm not speaking over anybody. Please allow me to speak. Allow me to speak.
I know
to
you're
you.
coming in, Raymond.
I'm speaking to you directly. Nelson, you are impartial on this show, and you should learn it publicly. You allow few person to be disruptors, and you tolerate it. When other people speak, you say, listen, guys, go ahead. When other people, you act swiftly. I would not allow George insulting all of us, and you think it's okay. I would not allow Anthony disrupt everybody repeatedly, and you think it's okay. Nelson, please take charge.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Your points are well taken, and I accept your issues, your correction, and everything in good faith. Now, let's hear from Francis. Few seconds quickly. Francis, I'm setting my timer to 20 seconds.
Yeah, quickly.
Take 20 seconds quickly, then we're gonna move to we'll give 20 seconds to Cindy, then we'll move to Raymond.
Yeah, George, in your all-knowing wisdom, talking about CSR people are telling you position or they appointed the king. Who cares about what position you have? It's an embarrassment that somebody like him can come and spew this crap on the platform, talking about people. These are Liberian people that don't get paid, but your deliverers drive these big cars, live in big houses, send our kids to the best of school, and they are killing our people in that country. It doesn't matter which government. We should be ashamed of ourselves to sit and defend the indefensible. When you have people that are not getting paid, and these guys are wealthy, and you want to talk about politics, yes, use any opportunity you have to make your stance. It doesn't matter.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
not
you.
hurt anybody.
Thank you. Cindy, let's hear from you quickly.
On this professional platform, when you exhibit your limitation, to some extent, it goes with you forever. So I do not usually speak to folks that will look at me and say, you know nothing. Those same people know very well that we know a lot. Let me get back to the topic. Those people are angry. They haven't been getting their pay. There is nowhere in this world you will call somebody to do an overtime and tell them, I will pay you, in the future. Once you call a person to work, you must be prepared to pay them. These people are not getting paid, and that's why they are angry. This is protest, and let us see it as that.
Thank you, Cindy. So, Anthony, 20 seconds quickly, then we'll move to Raymond.
Yeah.
The timer is set, Anthony. 20 seconds.
Marcel, I need 20 seconds as well to address this guy.
You just spoke after maybe Raymond is also, then we'll come to you. But go ahead quickly, Anthony.
Yeah, Raymond just said I've been interrupting everyone from the beginning of the show. When I was given the opportunity to speak, I was interrupted by almost everyone except for two persons on the show, Raymond and George, and with the exception also with Francis. Right now, I remained quiet until I was given the opportunity to speak. Now that time you are not here, what's the need, Prince? You are not here that time. So now that that I return the favor, I'm the one that disrupting the whole show. Yes, what has been happening in nursing when you people speaking and other people interrupting, especially Shelley, you don't say anything. Just like Raymond said, you don't say anything to her. But when someone else speak, because we're not support
I
party,
mean,
so
but again. Thank you, sir. Thank you,
I'm
sir.
just responding to what Raymond said. So I mean, I just returned the favor.
I mean, okay, I accept your issue and your correction and
Thank
everything.
you.
Goofy. Thank you,
I'll
sir.
mute myself.
Raymond, please go ahead. Let's hear your take on this this whole protesting and everything that happened at the Capitol here today.
I don't understand the argument for any Liberian thinking that it's okay for others Liberians, especially the ordinary people, to claim what is duly theirs, their salary, their just pay. And my brother said a lot of the legislators are about 20 times paid than their staffers. I want to inform you they are about 60 times paid more than their staffers. Some of their staffers earn $300 monthly, while the average of them earn about $17,000, including benefits and the likes. That you do the math is about 60 times more. That's not okay. These legislators will have an issue if the president called them or prolonged their stay and are not being paid. They will be vocal. They will go on the radio stations and they might even filibuster what the president requires. Because by law, they are allowed to do so. And filibustering is just prolonging legislative procedure. And by law, it's acceptable. Civil disobedience, by law, the Constitution, is acceptable. These guys work at the legislature. And the stage of protest are where they work. They did not go anywhere else to stage of protest. The stage of protest in a place that they have domain, where their labor has been given and where they feel abused. By whom? The person who has authority, oversight over the Ministry of Finance. And the same person who has authority on somebody he wants to go on a proceeding about. And who has an authority over their salaries. You seize the moment. And that's what these fellows did. And not everybody that work at the legislature are civil servants. They are mixed. And we don't know all of those who staged the protest where they find themselves. Whether civil servants or not, they deserve their just pay. And Samora Wolokali made it public information that about $3 million has been approved by the extended sitting, and what affects his approval by the legislature and that of Musade. And so what else could they do? Seize the moment. And it's not right for any one Liberian to not be paid a day after the time his salary is due. And
but Raymond, let me interrupt you a bit. Let me interrupt you a bit, Raymond. I'm going to interrupt you. Sorry to interrupt, but those staffers are not the only people, and that's what someone is arguing on the other side. The staffers are not the only people. Okay, let's agree. Extra time or overtime or extra pay or what have you. They're not the only people. As we speak, there are teachers from the classrooms who did not get their salaries. They didn't get to buy food or whatever clothes for their children for their Christmas. The teachers are not protesting. These are the educators, the people who are impacting knowledge in our public schools across the country. They're not protesting. There are nurses who are civil servants. There are other people working in ministries and agencies who are civil servants. They're not protesting. And then the question comes back, Raymond, why only the legislative staffers?
Again, I told you, in life, you seize the moment. And it's required by every person to be an activist for themselves, to speak out for themselves. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I have seen teachers protest in Liberia before. I see students protest in Liberia before. I've seen nurses protest in Liberia. So we all don't protest around the same time. So people will seize the moment and know when it's right to protest. But I heard these same people say they had to credit money to even feed their children, and all of their salaries went to paying those interests, and the government didn't pay the interest. And by law, I'm an architect. I'm an engineer, right? If you have contracted someone and they have done you services and you delay in paying their money, all other fees that your delay incur, you are responsible to pay. So the government is supposed to pay these people with their interest. The government not even paying that. The people not even arguing that. They're only asking for what they deserve. There's nothing wrong with that.
Thank you, Raymond. Let's hear from you, Prince. Your take on this issue, sir, quickly.
Now, Nelson, you see, first day, let me just address this issue.
That new play, you now start going to count the show. That play get echo.
It's outside.
You see, Nelson, first thing first, let me say to our colleague on the panel that you don't come up publicly and insult people, George. Everybody you see on this platform, they are reputable and respectable people. They got family. They show you watch right now. Some of our wives, all our wives watching it. You don't just come on and make blunt statement about people. Education. That's number one. Number two of it, I don't know whether you have worked in government. I do not know whether you have really worked in government. Because what do people did today, and you telling Francis, no, that was a just cost for what they deserve. Now, today, the people coming, relax themselves, confirmation goes on. It's okay for some of you guys, because that's what you think. It was just on Tuesday when the CEO put $3.1 million plus up. That was signed on New Year Day. On New Year Day. For the House of Representatives and the Senate. For the calling, for the resection of them. Do you aware of that? Are you aware of that, my brother? And you won. The common man who don't have a dime to feed their parents or the children or the grandparents to sit down soprannely and allow them to receive that money. Then they have nothing. After they got 2 months allowance, 2 months area, 2 months, they were not taking pay. Now, see, now you come back to ask why teachers are not doing it.
Why the legislative staffers
are not doing it? Because they point in time, the outgoing lawmakers that they levy of them are leaving. What do cares? They care about anybody over there. The next group that come there, they come in with their own style.
Okay. Now, yeah.
Go ahead.
And that's a very great point there. And we're just going to start the second round with you because we're about to go to the lines. Well, all of what is happening now, the guys are saying that they're going to protest for the next 7 days or so.
Okay.
Do you see this confirmation happening anytime soon?
Nelson, I Prince Way. I want the people to protest.
Do solemnly swear.
I take me for my word right now. I want them. That's the First Amendment right. Peaceful protestation. And that's what they're doing. They're not busting a car. They're not suing nobody.
But I'm asking, do you see this confirmation going on anytime soon with all of what's happening up Capitol Hill?
Nelson, the first thing, lawmakers already now receive that money. They said the 3.1 million plus that was signed on Monday, New Year Day. How can you sign a voucher on New Year Day? How? Nelson, how can you do that?
You can work from home. You can work from anywhere this time because
so look, Nelson.
Thank you.
Continue until Tuesday.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Mobile. Let's go to mobile. Then we just come and make the rounds and go to the
Yeah.
line.
But Nelson, you say you're going to give me my 20 seconds as well, right?
Okay,
Nelson.
right after mobile.
Thank you.
We're making the
see-
next round, so we're gonna come to you, obviously, George.
I think
but
all
mobile,
you know,
yeah.
No, I
all
just
of
want to
us
make my
are-
20 seconds first.
right.
Yeah.
All on the panel, we know when you work overtime, you get paid. The company will not tell you when they want to pay you. No. So if I see my brother Anthony getting so angry, why the people got to go call the generator? It's an attention. First of all, protest are attention. Calling the government attention or holding their feet to the fire to be able to pay that money. And by right, they are right to do it. Because you get owe somebody and then you don't pay them. Now, the main issue here is the thing the government won, right? And they're trying to stop it. So it hurt the government to what? To pay attention to them so they can be able to pay them. So in doing that, that's on the right path. If the government know that they're really taking this confirmation serious, let the government just pay them and then let them go by themselves. And then let the people, let the Senate go and do that confirmation, whatsoever they want to do.
No,
You understand? So
mobile, with everything that's happening, do you see this confirmation going on anytime soon?
look, Nelson, as long as they pay that money, Elioma won every day they should go over there because I don't want it to go on. Because our Vanish Chairman, which is the committee who is on it, we are the judicial committee on identical hearing, he said he postponed it, but now they're talking about the 9th of January. So I hope they just keep carrying it until it just flip over and then we just forget about the whole nomination and confirmation stuff because it's not made no sense. If the government think they want it, let them pay the people. That's it. Let them pay the people and then let it go. Because don't forget, right? That's the reason why the government nominated people because they want, nominate them for them to be confirmed. So based on that, that's the reason why they give the $30 million. And the $30 million they give, people thinking maybe it's a bribery. It's not a bribery, but it's there to pull, maybe, it's overtime money. So that overtime money too, they need it. Let the government give that overtime money. So the government can be able, so the government, the Senate can be able to confirm if possible. But if not, I support them 100%. Let them go there every day to protest.
Shirley, let's come to Shirley. Shirley, with everything that's happening now.
But Nelson, you say you're coming to me.
Yeah, we're gonna come to you, Josh. We will come to you, Josh. Just hold on. Just compile all your thoughts. Put everything together. One full package. So let's hear from you, Shirley. With all of what's happening now, do you see this confirmation happening anytime soon?
I mean, it's possible, Nelson. The government have the board is in their court. They have the right to make it. They have the power, to make it happen. And in doing so, once they pay the people will sit at home and they don't have to protest. They will be able to do the work that is required. But if they can't pay them, it is their constitutional right that they go there and they protest.
So considering the Rickman role, the political hula baloo and everything surrounding this whole confirmation thing, assuming the government paid those legislative staffers, do you see the possibility of again this confirmation going on if those people were to be paid maybe tomorrow or today, since we already in the next day in Liberia today? Do you see the possibility of this confirmation happening anytime soon, considering the political nature of everything that's happening now?
I mean, absolutely. I think the main thing is the people need to get paid. And I just want to clarify something to Anthony. Anthony, I'm not a UP. I am a Liberian. I'm someone who believes in the rights of Liberian. I believe
Support
that all
JMB though.
Liberians should be treated.
Doesn't matter, man.
I believe that all Liberians should be treated fairly. And just to your point, yes, I supported JMB. And the reason why, because he had the interest of the Liberian people. And I want a better Liberia for my people so that I can take my children who were born here, I can take them back to Liberia and I can be a proud Liberian to take them to the village, to take them to places in Liberia where there is light, there is better education, better health care for all Liberians.
Take that to the invisible part.
So
Thank you, Shirley.
let's hear from you. That invisible part legacy there, my man. Renee Sisi coming.
I was
No,
just about
PSP
to
too.
say,
No,
PSP
but
there.
let's
PSP there.
not play a
Me that
play.
the
PS,
Josh,
PSP
you
part is my
engineer.
favorite.
Josh, you
PSP
engineer.
there.
You
PSP
engineer.
there.
And
Yeah,
you're
you're for
But BB Rock, I play that recently. Can I hold to web away?
Alena Josh was the one who crafted it. They
Not
pay
true.
for the invisible
Not true.
Man, I'm
No,
not a
Not
fan of
Josh
the
is an
true.
invisible part.
engineer.
I'm a
Josh
fan
was
of the
involved
PSP.
with the invisible part. Look how the
The
players flow.
PSP it has a lot
That's
of.
why the place is invisible. Josh, you go there
Okay,
first and let me
but
know.
let's hear you. Let's hear you on this, Josh. Take your 20 seconds.
Yeah,
Just
thank
say
you.
everything you want.
Yeah,
With all
so
of what's
guys,
happening now. With all
yeah,
of
I
what's
think
happening now.
with I just want to address, the comments here against me before I go to
No,
anything. I
Josh,
just
you
want
need
to say,
that
look,
comment
guys.
section, man.
Yeah, no, I understand. Look, Nelson, this thing had to be clarified. Let me tell you, Nelson, that's why the CDC government is now leaving power, because they allow a lot of things to slide when people say things. When they say they kill auditors, they did this, they did that. Because we did not respond. That's why we are leaving power today. Because our people believe them. Those lies that these people told, our people believe them. So for me, I will not allow anything to slide, because when it does slide, it's almost like a fact. So for the fact of the matter is that, yeah, I said nothing wrong. I said, if you don't know something, somebody else will know it and say it. I did not insult anyone here. Well, I see in the comment section, people are insulting me. Even here, my friends are telling that I'm insulting them. Who here knows everything? No one does. I don't. So don't say, if you don't know something, that means an insult. I don't know how it's an insult. But guys, I know you guys are on your high horses because you feel that you know everything. I don't know everything. That's why when you are speaking, I listen. And when people are speaking, I listen, because I don't know everything. I learn from them. We learn from each other. What I want to say is that this entire episode of the legislature is a political ploy to have those people that were nominated by the president not how they call it,
To not be
not
confirmed.
confirmed.
But
And guess
let's
what? Yeah, not to be
agree. Let's
confirmed. And guess
agree.
what? Even if they are paid, if they are paid, they will still continue doing this for this to not happen. It is a ploy, and we understand why they are doing it. So look, guys, we just want to know, whatever you sow, you shall reap.
Oh, so why are you planning?
Whatever a man sows, they will reap. The UP government is doing this, and they are announcing everything, and they are maneuvering everything to make sure that they sabotage everything in that country under George Weah. That time will come when they want to protect the egg on the table. That's when we shake the table.
Okay, so
we'll be here as well.
Let's hear from you, Cindy.
Is that a threat?
Cindy, let's hear you.
Definitely, it's a threat, Suya. Thank you.
With all of what's happening, I mean, you should be careful when threatening certain government.
Cindy,
Oh no, it's a threat. It's a threat.
Amy,
it's a threat.
I wanted to ask
Tell
that
them.
question, but thank you.
Okay, so Cindy, go ahead. Cindy, go ahead. Let's hear you on this.
That's it.
So the question is whether the confirmation will happen.
Confirmation and everything, yeah. 2 p.m. today, Samara Wolokoli should have had his hearing and all of that, but everything got disrupted. I mean, with all of what's happening, the different episodes of Capitol Hill, do you see this confirmation happening anytime soon?
I mean, hopefully they will address the concern timely. Hopefully they will show some sort of leadership on this issue. I heard my friends here crying that, oh, the vice president was there, they blocked the road, the vice president didn't pass. The vice president did not show any leadership today. I watched our vice president, who did not even go to the protester to say, your hello, I hear you, yeah, we will come back. She took the other road and ran away. So hopefully the vice president and all of the leaders in the Senate will show some leadership. Come to the people, hear them out. Even if you don't have the money, show leadership. So the confirmation can go on. I mean, I want the confirmation to go on. I know those people will not get confirmed anyway. I want to hear it.
Can you go and say hello to somebody who calling you go and booing you? Can you go there? Can you go there and tell somebody hello who are causing you? Just stop the thing, man. When you guys
be quiet.
Josh.
It happened to Eddie Jones getting regime.
Come down.
Josh, I don't know if
Josh just played a smart.
Let's
walked to the protest and said, let's have conversation. She did that.
Cindy, continue, guys. To interrupt you, please.
Let me speak to him crying. Thank you. You understood me in crime. Look, George, I don't know if you have ever held a leadership role. I believe you have. A leader can be insulted, a leader can be bullied, a leader can. I mean, once you are in a leadership role, grow some thick skin. The people are
Leader cannot go in a hostile place.
But when you speak, I was quiet.
Talking about talk, man.
Church is too sensitive to be a leader.
Friends say you are too angry. Friends say you are too angry. That's why your wife say you should quiet. You should slow down.
We try to respect you. Do the thing.
Hey, President, don't say shut up on radio. That radio.
Let's do this thing.
Exactly. Francis too angry.
Let's do
I don't
this.
think that muscle we're using here. We're not using muscle that knowledge we're using here.
Any
Come on.
interruption now?
And you lack a whole lot of knowledge, bro.
Any interruption?
You can measure up.
I really don't like to do this, but I'll be constrained to do that. Please, let's have the person on the floor to make their point. Please. Any interruption and that person going in the background. So please go ahead, Cindy.
Look, unlike Mr. Weah and his administration, who will come on radio and say, when you say anything bad about me, you will not walk the street of Morovia. We have seen leaders like Madame Salih, who was bullied, insulted, and she came out of her car and spoke to protesters. I'm not saying that leaders should be abused. Those people didn't say anything negative to the vice president. Booing is part of protest. But she took the other route instead of going there and even speaking to them. So I'm asking her and the leadership of the Senate to show some leadership. Go to the people if you want this thing to be resolved so the hearing can continue.
Thank you, sir.
George,
thank you.
I'm going to end on this. We don't know everything. I don't know everything. But my brother, the problem with you is the style of communication. You may have some good intent, but how you let your message out is what offends people. And that's why I responded to you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's hear from you, Raymond. Just take 1 minute on this because we're about to go to the lines. Your second round on this talking point. I mean, the confirmation is still dragging. Is this coming to an end anytime soon? Now, in the case where it lands on the side of the UP, that is after the 22nd, do you see this confirmation happening?
You see, life is a learning curve. And as we grow, we learn, and even our attitude improve and our understanding of things.
Yeah.
We should all be humble, that we all got humble beginnings. None of us here was born on a high horse or high silver spoon in our plate and live in a mansion. But we are grateful to God for where we've come and where we are headed. And let's accept that graciously. There's a caution to all of us and how we communicate. Back to the topic. I don't know how it's going to proceed, but I believe this government is going to act swiftly to ensure that its legislative staffers get paid. Why? Because in their interests, and that's how.
No. Aside from that whole pay thing, Raymond, we have a situation where there are 2 nominations now on the floor, right? The Unity Party has taken this thing so seriously to a point where they've gone to court. The court has issued a stay order, a prohibition on this thing. While that thing is going on, look, the staffers are protesting. They set up roadblocks, and you know the rest of the story. If this thing drags until it gets to the Unity Party, that is after the 22nd, do you see a confirmation of Musa Ding and Samara Wolokoli under the Unity Party administration?
So the Supreme Court, being the final arbiter of laws in our country, they interpret laws and give meanings to the laws. They apply application of the individual cases of law and deciding the violation of laws. The legislators, they're subject to what the Supreme Court interprets. There are 3 equal branches of government, but the check and balance influence the outcome of the other. The president, he has the authority to appoint. The legislators, they decide whether that appointment goes through or not. The legislators, they make laws. But when they make the laws, the Supreme Court can say your law is in violation. So
Yeah,
even law. So I'm just laying the premise, right? So the legislators could go ahead with the approval of the appointment.
Yeah.
But if it violates the proceeding of law, the Supreme Court can reject all that thing and will be nullified. So they should go ahead I heard Darius DeLon, but Darius DeLon too.
It's in error.
He's not
Yeah.
Mr. Know-all. So
Can we all mute, guys? Can we all mute? I'm hearing too many noise in the background. Yeah, Raymond, you have 10 seconds now to conclude.
So Mr. Darius DeLon made it clear that the Supreme Court and the judicial branch of government got no influence over them. That's untrue. My elementary civics, I know that's untrue. So they could do what they want to do. We'll see the equal powers that the branches of government have, and we'll see how it play out. But I believe they're going to let these guys get paid so that the nomination process can go through, and the Senate can confirm them, and so they can have their
seats. You think that those staffers are going to get paid anytime soon?
That's my prediction, because that's how George Weah and his cronies work. Everything that in their interests, they will ensure that it works, and not because they want them to get paid, but because they want that nomination.
Anthony, let's hear you quickly. Let's hear you quickly, Anthony. Just 1 minute. Let's hear
Look,
you.
let me say this, right? To my good friend, Raymond, all due respect, Raymond, the stay order on the proceeding of the confirmation was stepping of the Supreme Court. They are the first branch of government for a reason. And they are not doing anything currently against the rule of law. Okay? Now, next thing you ask the question, when the confirmation hearing goes on, if the staffers are paid, politically speaking, they're going to be different batch of individuals at that Capitol building protesting. May not be the legislative staffers. Why? They are trying to buy time so that this hearing
can push to the Unity Party. Okay, so let's fast forward.
All of this is politics.
Assuming under the Unity Party administration. Yeah.
That's what I want to say. The CDC government or the legislative caucus of the CDC has the vote for the associate justice position. I don't know if Samara Wolo Colley will make his confirmation, but I know Musa Dean, there is a vote for Musa Dean to make it.
Okay.
So this is a political battle that will continue throughout the next 6 years, because CDC still have the majority in both chambers, which of course will give the Unity Party.
Thank you.
Only if the CDC don't know how to play the political cards, that the only time they will struggle. Because Unity Party only won by the skin of get very small majority.
No. Okay, but then let's take that. Let's take that. No. I come here. Let me hold you there small. You supported Mr. Cummings. You supported Mr. Cummings. You know what?
He's a sedition.
No.
No, I'm not.
Anthony is a sedition.
Maggie, you just come in now. You want to interrupt.
Thank you for putting on in the back.
Let's do this. Let's do this, guys. You supported Mr. Cummings. What was the percentage of Mr. Cummings? Since you're talking about somebody who won with 9% and all those.
No. We all know we got 1% according to the recent record. But let me just say this.
And how much percent you got in the previous election before they won?
7%. But let me just say this. I know you want to. I know you want that. You want to throw Margaret right now. I will not be.
No.
So no. I will not be distracted. That's why I want to say. Me, I am a.
You don't understand. I want to agree with you.
Thank you, Jesus.
Jesus
There's an emergency alert. Don't do this to me. Just stop it. Just give me the chance now.
Maggie, before you came on, we went back to our rules. Anyone who interrupts will go backstage. Maggie, please abide by our rules. We have to do this for our audience. They're listening, and once we're talking about each other, I mean, the audio output is very terrible. Yeah. So just end up in 10 seconds.
Yeah. So I want everyone to get paid. My question is not for people to not get paid. I want you to get paid. I want to say, when I wake up in the morning, I don't even look for my pay. I know my pay will be there because it's direct deposited, right? So I'm not against people protesting. Under our law, Article 17, give them the permission to protest. Yeah. All I spoke against today is going to the generator room, trying to turn off the generator in an effort to protest. That is not a protest.
You know, of everything that happened, I can
So that's
see
what
that
I
the,
spoke
the,
at
the
against today.
generator part are the one that really hit Anthony in the
Yeah,
whole
you
protest.
cannot touch that generator. The people working, you go turn on the generator for what?
That generator has
That's
really hit
why you
Anthony.
like this.
You know, but let's hear from you. Let's hear from you, Francis.
Yeah,
Francis,
quickly.
go ahead.
First thing I want to talk about, CDC is not leaving office because they didn't speak up, like our brother George said earlier. They are leaving because of incompetence. Okay, things that they're supposed to prioritize, the Liberian people, they didn't do it. Talking about all Invisible Sport Park, PHP. A sound-minded government, a serious government will advocate, will lobby other people to revive our dead healthcare system, to revive the lack of security. Not talk about soccer field. Oh, it said go break your leg, but don't go to the hospital, right? How you hungry and you go on the soccer field, right? When our kids and our family can fly to Ghana, the US, India for treatment, but you go to the silent bush for them to rub chalk on your foot or rub them one. Then when you die, they say that medicine, that lie. So that's lack of income, that's incompetence in kicking them out of office today. So that put that onto the side. Then also, this whole thing about turning the generator off is anybody on a defibrillator or on a heart machine in the building that when they turn it off is violent against other people. That's not true. So stop spewing that stuff. If they turn the generator off, nobody will die because of lack of oxygen. It's protest. So civil disobedience. So our people need to get paid. It's about time that we stop trying to intellectualize all this craziness. Because people, we are so used to people not getting paid, and we try to defend it. Nobody should be defending people not getting paid when you have people that are getting paid thousands of dollars a month. 20,000, 25,000 a month, but somebody cannot get paid that $35, that $80, but you can't say, oh, it's politically motivated. Why if it is true? But they hit you where it hurts. So let's stop this stuff.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So everyone is done, right? Can we go to the lines?
No, I'm going back for a second round. What are you, my man?
No, but we started the second round with you, Moba. So I think
no, it was the first round. I never thought earlier. Ask anybody.
Moba and Amy go here.
Okay. So let's hear from Maggie. Maggie,
you started with me first.
Maggie, go ahead. Let's hear Maggie. Maggie, go ahead. Let's hear.
Hi guys, hi everybody.
Yeah.
What happened today at the Capitol?
We got Bible verses today.
No, we're not going to the church. This is serious matter. For my brother Anthony and George to be on the platform and talking that against what happened today. You sit here in America and Australia, you get your pay on time. Those people have family. They have kids. They have to put food on the table. When you have something mixed, your what's supposed to be first and you put it last, that's what the administration is doing. And that's why they were voted out. The people that were protesting today, they have all right to protest. And I 100% support it. I even want them before anything happened, they should sit down. Go in the capital, sit down. Nothing should go on until they are being paid.
So aside from this whole pay thing, Maggie, I know you're pushing this whole line about the pay. You're coming from a point where you.
No, I'm not coming from no point. I'm coming from the human side. If you work, you should get paid. The last time I did only 4 hours. 4 hours. A job called me for me to go and shadow a nurse. I got paid for that 4 hours. I got paid. So why would someone will work 30 days, more than 30 days, and you have the government trying to force the legislatures then to go and have sit down for a nominee when no people have not taken pay. It's second, it's sad. And if this should drag up to the 22nd, it should drag up. Every cent, they shouldn't need to talk on 1 penny short of their salary. They should have every single penny. Not one penny short. If they sit over there and allow the CDC government to say, oh, we gave you half, then I don't know what they're even doing. Then this whole protest was for nothing. They should wait and do it until they get every single penny. And I hope other government officials, entities that have not taken pay should do the same. It shouldn't even stop with the it shouldn't stop where to the Capitol building. They need to be taking pay, and they should be taking pay. And I hope they shouldn't just stop yesterday or today. It should continue until they get all their money.
Thank you. Shirley, go ahead, because I think she didn't get her 1 minute.
Shirley already went.
You sure?
You want to go or you want me to go?
Mother,
you went already?
I think I don't think there's anything
you and Amy.
Oh, okay. But Amy, go
I
ahead.
don't think there's anything much to say, so I'll just let Amy talk. I mean, like, it's everybody's saying the same thing. People need to get paid. When you work, you get paid. Whether it's overtime, when you work overtime, matter of fact, people like to work overtime because they get paid time and a half. So I heard our brother was saying that, oh, it's not they got paid, but it was just the overtime pay, which is ridiculous to me, because if people work overtime, that means they're sacrificing to work over 8 hours or more. Okay, so if they make that sacrifice, they should get paid a time and a half, and they should get paid on time. I don't think it's.
Shirley, you been doing that favor by saying.
You stay here.
Quiet, I mean.
Yeah, you been doing them a favor, Shirley, talking about time and a half. I don't think they're even paying their time and a half.
People get paid too.
They can't even get the right time paid, and they'll pay that half. That'll be the day.
They're not even getting paid, and they're getting paid time and a half. I'm actually pushing the bullet.
So Anthony and George over here talking about Easter Russian.
Look, Amy. Let me say this to you, right?
No. Don't interrupt me.
Princess, if you want to go, go.
It's not time
Princess, if you want to go. We'll be here. We'll talk.
What's wrong with you, bro?
Man, shut up! Shut up!
Hey, y'all put one in the bag. Y'all put one in the bag.
No, but this guy cannot tell me to shut up. This guy cannot tell me to shut up. Come on.
Say more respectful, please.
What's wrong with you?
Let her obey
no sense.
The show.
You can't tell me to shut up. I'm not your child. If that's how you can talk to your wife and your children at home, you can't do it to me. This guy is rude. This guy is rude. No training at all. You can't tell me to shut up. You can't tell me to shut up. You can't tell me to shut up. If that's how you can speak to your wife and your children at home, you can't do it to somebody outside. You are rude. Come on, nonsense.
I bring his wife into it.
That's why you bring
that's how you can treat your family. That's how you can treat your family. You can treat somebody else like that.
On a radio.
But for you to bring my wife and my family into it,
we are on a radio.
This is not exactly because you are being rude to me.
Put into the bag.
We are on a radio, national radio.
Oh my God, George! You're not supposed to do that to bring his family into it.
Amy, just think about somebody else to say. Leave the George name. Leave the George name. This man is here telling me to shut up. This man is here telling me to shut up. You didn't say anything, and then you want me to talk to me?
I don't think I want to speak when you put everybody.
Guys, come down and calling it now. Who is in charge? Are you in charge?
You started this, Anthony.
Right? Can you take over?
Started this. Not Anthony, but Francis started this. Francis started this.
Okay.
Francis, forget it.
This is so embarrassing.
Anything. Always quiet, but you're so disrespectful and disruptive. And nobody sitting there and let it go. That's how smart you are. You're a little man.
President, we're not going to do that type of behavior.
President, you are going down. You think it's monster here. This is knowledge. You don't have any sense. That's why you treat other people like that. You telling me I'm little. I'm not little. You are petty. Nonsense.
I'm going to do something right now.
You got no sense.
That's
George,
a child's play.
Francis,
I did not
Just
bring a
let
family
it
into
go.
it
No.
because you
Let
have
it
no
go,
Princess,
evidence.
Princess.
please let it go. Just let it go. It
look,
ain't worth it.
look, General guy on a public platform. You know, a lot of people watch us
Seriously?
every day.
This is
People take their time to
embarrassing.
come on the show. We shouldn't be here insulting each other. You know, oh yeah, we have mature people. We got family that watching us. We got friends around the world
Oh my
watching us.
God.
So
But
when
you cannot
when
include
we doing that
another
type of,
person's family
yeah,
to
I
come
understand when we're
on.
doing that
No,
type
you
of
That's
can't
show.
do
what
that.
It will
That
not,
was
it will not
wrong.
show good to our
I'm not
audience,
safe for
and
that.
secondly, to our family, and also and even our CEO. When I'm, you know, it will not be good on his side. Like, you know, he get the platform to express and discuss the brand issue. We can't have to discuss each other issue or to say something negative to each other. We can disagree, agree as always. That's you can say. I beg your general guy, please let us do it for, you know. Let us respect our audience.
I'm just waiting
Thank
for you and Emmy to go
Go
so we
ahead,
go to the
Ami.
phone now.
Ami, go ahead.
I don't even know what else to say. Seriously,
Can you
no,
just
it's not funny,
apologize to our
George.
audience, please?
Yeah, this is not really. This is not
Yeah,
cool at all.
Hey, Emmy, leave my name.
I'm really,
Leave my
really
name.
sorry, guys.
This man insulted me, and you are
Ami,
here telling me, say it's not. No, leave my name. Don't call my name on the show anymore, please. I don't want to hear my name from your mouth. Thank you.
Josh, you gotta hold your emotion, my brother. You understand? We all here.
Man, we all are here
we're
as
adults, right?
individuals.
But listen now.
I don't want to be targeted. And that's what I see people do here. You target me every time when I open my
Let's
mouth.
go
I'm the
on
only
with the
person who can
show, and
disrupt.
this show
I'm the
not
only
come
person who
to
can
the
do
show.
this.
We're not here to, Josh.
Malva,
This
let's
is
go
not
on
your
with the
show
show.
as
Stop
well.
talking
This
to
is not your
anybody
show.
who don't want to be
This is
listened
not
to.
your show. This is
Let's
not
go
UP show.
on with the discussion,
This show is
Malva.
not for anybody. It's for
We are not
everyone.
discussing who on the show, who not on the show.
So Malva,
So
just
Nobody
go
here
on
right
with
now.
the
There's some
discussion.
privilege.
You
Don't
give
choke
people
me. Don't
If you on the show, you
suffocate
gotta
me.
behave.
Don't
keep
suffocate
You
me.
understand?
Let's
We
just go
all
on with
here.
the
Don't
show,
suffocate
Malva.
me.
It's okay.
Don't
Go ahead,
suffocate
Ami.
me.
Ami, go ahead. Ami, go ahead. Go ahead, mama.
Wow.
It's all right, Ami. Go
Okay,
ahead.
all I can say is that to the audience and everybody that watching, I am so embarrassed. I am so sorry for you having to see grown people behaving like this. It's really, really embarrassing. I even lost my thoughts, and I don't even know what else to say because oh my gosh, I am so sorry for your listening because I have been in the back before listening to this show and people talking over each other. I know how disgusting it sounds. And to be a grown people throwing attention on little kids, I am so sorry and I apologize for that.
You done? All right. Thank you. Oh, Ami left. All right. You know, we just transition onto nursing account. But actually, guys, you know, when we come here, we are one family.
Malva, let's leave
Despite
that.
everybody.
Malva, let's leave
Malva,
that.
No,
don't
I'm
bring that
talking to
on.
the audience.
Let's just move on.
Yeah,
Raymond,
Malva, just
Don't
leave
bring
that.
that.
Move on.
Undrake nothing.
You can't keep giving that credence. You already said
no,
it.
that only the audience, man. I'm trying to,
Yeah, Malva, you
but
already
okay,
said it.
okay.
Just move
So,
on. Transition to something
I
else.
apologize
on
on behalf of the panelists.
on the issue, right? On the Megan, can you give me 1 minute, please? On the issues of the staff on the team, I think we already done with it. Raymond, we can transition to what we were discussing last day until about the salary issue until Nelson can come and go to the phone line on our topic, because right now we can say we'll still be on that topic. We already done with it. We're done with the staff stuff, and we all understand what the people protest for. And if they keep getting, if the government refuse to pay them, I think they will continue protesting until the government can pay them. For me, I support their protest 100% until they can get paid, because everybody who work, like you do overtime, everywhere part of the world, apart from Liberia, let me say, maybe Pacific, you get paid, you get overtime, you get times 2. They will pay you that identical money, they will not hold it. So if they come to Liberia, let all come here and say the fact. If in America, if they pay you overtime, you sue the company, they'll pay more of the money they so they'll pay you. So in Liberia, people will not go to court to say they're going to sue. The only thing they are going to sue is to protest. That's the reason why they go to the capital building to protest. So the people.
So Malva, let me disrupt you a little bit. Malva, the question is to you. Why you think that Liberians who work at the legislature should be paid more than $15,000 a month? If you think that's unjust, why you think they should be paid? And what should be the ceiling, meaning the highest amount of money anybody working for government should receive, other than the president, the vice president, the chief justice, and that of the speaker?
All right, thank you. Well, you see, for our country, right, for Liberia, I think we need to discuss the pay based on our income, the entire country budget. First of all, you even got a good hospital and you're paying somebody 15,000. You even got a good education system where your children go to school. Look at your America where your children go to school. Everybody got a computer. You get your own computer. Your partner got to buy a computer. You get it for yourself. You understand? So if we try to prioritize all those things in those various schools and hospital, and then when you pay people that type of money, we're not be here talking about why you paying the person the money, why you doing this. No. But if you pay the people you paying all the type of heavy money, right? Or you pay somebody 15,000, 20,000. Common sense, man. But go to the hospital, even the nurse, they can even take 150. Somebody taking 150, 200. But when you go to the hospital, the very hospital, no medication, no equipment for nurses to be able to work with patients. And when you go to the schools, sometimes you go there and say no teacher because what? The teacher not even getting paid. So that put it into perspective in that type of way. You understand? So for me, in my own thinking, I don't think people should make that type of money, more especially the senator, the representative, and some of the ministers, all the money to make it. I don't think so. In my own thing, I don't think so. They should make that type of money. They should bring it down to be able to invest more in our hospital, in our healthcare, in our education system, our road, and and other infrastructure, and also help the people who in the various schools and things, the teachers, right, to get paid. They say to be
So
a
well
teacher
said,
of bullying is a
Molva.
curse.
Well said, Molva. So let's talk about the money value. How much legislators should get paid, including ministers, and whether
For me,
the sweeper or the lowest person in government should be paid. What do you think
all
the
depends, I
highest and the
believe.
lowest should be?
Yeah, all depends, right? Your rank, number one, your degree. Let me put it that way. If you get something like a master's degree or something, and you are a minister, probably they can start you with something around, $5,000 with benefit.
So let's talk about legislators as
Let's say, yeah, without benefit, because you earn a master's degree, and take a, we all agree. Somebody got a master's degree, it take more time, it put more hours in. So, the government can pay them $5,000 and maybe a little bit of small benefit or something like that. It better. Then that go to the teachers, right? Some teachers.
Let's talk about the lowest now. The lowest paid person, the highest and the lowest. Let's talk about them.
Okay, the lowest, right? But that's taken into consideration now. The lowest rather can be somebody maybe working as a janitor to the Capitol building, right? Those people. So probably you can start out with something around like, my man, 150. That would be better. That man will be able to, like turn it around inside because he know the money, and that 150 should be coming regularly every month. It shouldn't come one month after 6 months, 7 months. The person not even get paid.
Thank you, Molva. Let's get Josh to chance to come in a little bit. Josh,
yeah.
Considering the state of our economy, where we are as a people and where we want to go, improving our nation and coming up to par, being a part of the global village. What do you think our salary structure? Is it okay where we are right now, and what can be done considering this flow in the city in terms of range of salary? What do you think? What would be your proposal?
Look, Nelson, not Nelson now, but Raymond, thank you. I think, look, for the fact that these guys only work 2 days a week, they get paid too much for working 2 days a week. I know the responsibility that befalls them. They have to be paid, but the money that they are getting, the benefits that come with it, is too exorbitant for our little economy. Look, we are just 5 million people. And looking
guys,
at
can we all mute and allow George to be the only mic that is open?
And looking at, to where our country is situated, it's just at the edge to the riverside. It's not a place that attracts a lot of investment. So we should also have that in our mind. Like if you have Ghana, places like Ghana, plane can come from Nigeria, come to Ghana and pick up and go to another country. Those are taxes, incurring and everything. But Liberia is way at the end. If you live in Liberia to go anywhere, maybe that in the sea, you know what I mean? So our country is situated to a place where it's disadvantageous to us when it comes to economic and some of the things that we don't have, like crude oil that makes all of the money. So I think for now, the most you can pay a lawmaker should be $5,000 and the car they drive. They will buy their own fuel and do everything for themselves because these guys only work 2 times a week. And and the agriculture break, we give them money for that again. Look, all these things are made to me. And Ellen Johnson Sirleaf said it, and I don't think we can blame any government with the way our constitution is structured. These guys determine what they make, so the president cannot stop them. So I think what we need to do is to have a referendum in the first place to make sure that there is a centralized pay structure in place in the country where we'll have a secretariat for all CSA, all civil servants, all those who work in government, where determination comes from how much people make. Because guess what? When I started working for the United Nations in 2003, they could not pay us any amount because even our ministers were not making that amount. So we had to bring our pay down because they said we could not be making money more than our ministers.
Agreed.
You see it? So the pay structure has to be, balanced in such a way that people will be able to make something that can help.
And what would that recommendation be coming from you? What would be the seating and the flow?
Look,
what the lowest person in government should make, and what the highest paid person other than the speaker, the president, the vice president, and the likes should make.
I think the lowest when it comes to sweeper to make $200 a month, and that money should be on time. And for the hardest, which is maybe the president in the country, we're talking about government now, that person should make not, more than maybe $15,000. It should not be more than that, including their immunities and everything. That's why it should be.
So let's talk about those positions that are more in numbers that we can, talk about, like senators, representatives, ministers, and those people that sit in the cabinet. What would you recommend their salary to be?
Oh,
and is it okay that the senators, representative, and minister make the same?
Look, like I said in the first edition of this topic in the show, I said, people should be paid according to their responsibility. And if you are going to make a decision that can influence millions of dollars, you should be paid so that you do not get tempted by bribery and other things. Because look, like someone said on the show, and I really respect that analogy. They said everyone has a price. And that touched me a lot. When they say everybody have a price, that means even Raymond, who talks about being how they call it, being straight, being non-corrupt and all these things, at certain price, he will curve in, he will give in. And that is a law, I could say. It's not just a hypocrisy or anything. It is a law that at certain price, you will give you a second thought. So I think people who are charged with certain responsibility should be paid so that their decisions are not influenced by,
what would that monetary value be?
That monetary value for me, ministers should be paid $3,000 a month, and that should include their gas and everything to live in their means, and those who directors and other people be paid accordingly according to their rules. And that's what I'm advocating for, that structure to be put in place where salary is determined by certain factors in the country, not because you know me or I know you, because that's what happened in the early government and even the judge government at a certain extent.
Will you recommend the same 3,000 for legislators?
Legislators, I will maybe not do that, because to where they are, these are the guys who pass laws. And if you don't pay them to a certain extent, these guys, brown envelope will continue to flow. And when brown envelope flows, the native men in the bush will suffer. That is, they will come, concessionaires will come to your town and just take your land and start brushing it to make that, the factories and everything. You will get no benefit because the legislator took a brown envelope. And that's what happening to our country now, where we are suffering a lot. So I think the legislators should be paid $5,000 inclusive of everything that they will get from as immunity to them. I think that would be a
Thank
great
you, George.
call.
Well said.
You're welcome.
So now we'll go to Francis. Francis, what's your argument? What's your recommendation?
Yeah, first of all, I believe nobody, including in the entire government, should be paid more than $3,000 outside of the president and the vice president. Maybe I'll say president should be paid about $10,000, vice president maybe $750. When it comes to legislature, I don't buy the argument about if you don't pay them a higher amount, brown envelope will not flow. Evidence to the fact that they are being paid more than, if you put all of that benefit and stuff together, right now they're being paid more than $20,000 a month. And they still collect brown envelope. So when you go to government, you go to work for the people. You go to serve the people. You come to make things better for the country. So your pay, yes, everybody should get paid for work that they perform, but not in excess. So when you cut this salary and cap it at everybody, nobody make more than $3,000, including ministers, representatives, and senators. The excess waste that they are receiving, because I call that waste, goes back into the economy or trickle down to those people that we say, yeah, I also agree that there should be nobody getting paid less than $200. But when you cut the $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 monthly salary that go to these guys, you can use that money to improve our healthcare system, our educational system, our security system, our fire and everything, thus improving the quality of life and extending the life of our people. So outside the president and vice president, nobody should be getting paid more than $3,000 because that's just wasteful spending. And we are afraid as well continue to collect brown envelope. Then we are advocating for the wrong reason because they are clearly still accepting brown envelope. And they are making over $20,000, including benefit. Look at the economy, the living condition in Liberia right now, Raymond. If you look at, compared to outside of Liberia, people pay taxes on everything. We even joke yesterday, in the air we breathe, we pay taxes for it. But in Liberia, what are those taxes that people are paying? That somebody should get the amount they are making now. If you want to talk about education, oh, they got to send our kids to better schools. They make the public school competitive so that it drives down the cost of those private schools that are charging people a exorbitant amount to go. So that way, when the public school is competitive, your kids, ministers, representatives, their kids can go there. But because they don't care and they are making a lot of money, they can afford to send that folks to $7,000 a year school, they will not improve the public school system. So everything works from the bottom up. If it works from the bottom up, Liberia will be a better place. So we should not be afraid. I think $3,000 a month, that includes all of that benefits. They shouldn't even be getting them charged.
Okay, yeah, guys, I'm sorry, I had some technical issues on my end here. So yeah, I was disconnected from the show for a while. I don't know what went on, but I received a couple of calls coming in from lots of our viewers with respect to some issues that went on. You know, I think we owe a whole lot to our audience, folks. And as we come up here, we can discuss the issues, but we have to get emotions and everything out of it. I was disconnected from the show. I really did not get to hear or see what happened, but what our audience, what people are calling and saying with respect to what happened is embarrassing, is ridiculous, it is below the belt. I don't even know how whichever way to put it. I think we should not be doing that, guys. We can disagree, but we should not go first. I mean, this should not be something. Let's mute, guys. I'm getting a feedback. Can we all mute? I think we can discuss the issues. We can disagree, but going personal and all of those things is really below the belt. And I just hope that we can improve on this. And I'm deeply sorry to our audience, to our folks out there. And I even regret that I had to experience that technical issue that I got totally disconnected from the show. And as we speak, I'm not coming on the screen. I will be backstage and until we end the show. Yeah.
But Nelson, I got a recommendation. Why don't we have a meeting immediately after the show? Maybe 15
that's something
minutes.
that's something we can talk about right after the show.
Yeah, so let's have a meeting immediately in the panel.
Yeah, we're going to do that. We can talk everything on air. We can talk everything on air.
on a group chat. Thank you for that suggestion.
Yeah, can we go to the lines and take calls? Can we?
Yeah, but before we go to the lines, please allow Anthony. Anthony is the last person to come in.
Okay, Anthony.
So Anthony, shoot. You got 30 seconds.
Ooh.
Sure. All the talking you're doing.
Everybody has spoken for 2 minutes each. But yeah, Raymond and then the rest of the panelists. Look, I recently did a research, right? Only Liberia in the region, that national budget is still in the millions. Burkina Faso got 12.4 billion. A landlocked country, a country that have no access to sea. Burkina Faso. Ivory Coast, 17 billion. And the list goes on. All
With
the
a
countries,
B?
with a B.
Oh,
All
wow.
the countries around us, none of them operating in the million. Only Liberia still working around 500, 600 billion dollars. Even the other time they tried 700 and change, but they changed it, they reduced it, right? What am I saying? We have to have a budget that reflects the current reality and the population of the country. We cannot continue operating this way and think that things gonna, get better in the country. Number two, pay the people a living wage. If you pay someone a living wage, it stimulates the local economy. They tend to spend the money. The money goes from one person to the next person to the other person to the, and it stimulates the local economy and people's life get better. Then government also can introduce. I said this before. I will say it again. If the Unity Party government want to see the idea, good for them. Introduce a sales tax in Liberia today on two major products. Number one, alcoholic beverage. A 2%. Start with 2. I'm not an economist. I don't claim to be one. But a 2% sales tax on every alcoholic beverage in the country. Then make sure all those that selling alcoholic beverage have a mobile money so that way the tax of that money goes strictly to an extra account of the government. So via mobile money, right? M-Pesa in 2007 was launched by the Kenyan in Kenya in 2007. Before M-Pesa was launched, there was about 47 bank branches across the entire Kenya. Today, there are about 38,000 M-Pesa small mobile money kiosks across the country. Where the old money get button phone and all, you get your Nokia 3310, you can still transact business using M-Pesa. M-Pesa was the number one, was the first mobile money that was introduced into the world. Mobile money service that was introduced to the world. Before today, we get Venmo, Cash App, all the different mobile money services that today we have now, right? We PayPal, all of that. So listen, but Liberia will not move to that direction. I'm against us paying for lawmaker gasoline, scratch card, giving an expensive vehicle. Government must buy vehicles, but those vehicles should be used vehicles, not more than 25,000 United States dollars.
Thank you,
and
Anthony.
Those vehicles should not be their personal vehicle. It should be an assigned vehicle at the office.
Thank
so
you,
that
Anthony.
When you go to work, the vehicle carry you around. When you leave your work, you leave the vehicle there. That law that was passed in Liberia, that lawmakers must draft on the third lane, if our president issued an executive order to rescind that law.
Thank you. Well said, Anthony. Well said, Anthony. So
thank you, Anthony.
The city and the flow, and just close with that. What would be the city and the flow?
The lowest salary, I would suggest $200 United States dollars. The minimum, bare minimum, $200 United States dollars. Today, if a person can receive $200 United States dollars regularly in Liberia, an ordinary person, they can survive on it. It's not enough, but at least they can survive. Nobody should make less than $200.
Well said, Anthony. Summarize it in the city, the highest pay.
And the highest for me will be $10,000 US dollars.
Thank you. Well said, Anthony. That's your opinion, and it's respected. Back to you, Nelson. The show is yours.
Okay. Thank you, Raymond, and again, thanks to all of you up here. Apologies to our audience. I'm having some technical issues, so I will do everything from backstage here, and then we have the number pinned on the screen. Please, if you're calling, please call via WhatsApp. Can we unmute? I'm getting some feedback. Please call via WhatsApp. Don't place direct call to this number. If you call direct call, I will cancel it and will not tell you on the show. If you not get WhatsApp on your phone, please don't call. Please call only using WhatsApp. I beg you, my Liberian people. So we can start to take calls now on this one. The WhatsApp number is there on the screen that you can call. Only WhatsApp. Use only WhatsApp to call on the show, please. All right. So let's go to the line now and see if we can start to take our calls. We have our first caller here on the line. Wow, we lost a call. Okay. So let's see if we can take this call here. Okay. You're live on the show. Your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning. This is Teresa.
Okay, go ahead. You're live.
Yes. Yes. Thank you very much for your apologies. We accept it, but those lawmakers should be able to.
It's bad, Nelson.
I don't know how to say this. I'm coming. Let me hold you there, please. Please, you don't call on this number direct. I'm saying
I see.
call
All right, keep
WhatsApp only. Only use WhatsApp to call on this number, my people. Don't call direct call on this number. Yeah, so please go ahead, caller. You're live. Let's hear you.
Yes. Yes, and then the staffers do most of the job in there, most of the.
Oh,
Jesus.
Laws, the Constitution, they're just sitting there. The staffers do a lot of the research. They craft a lot of the bills. They do a lot of communications than them. So I feel that the staffers are right to them for them to protest for their money, and they need to be paid as they work.
Thank you.
So let you know for a second job.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And they should be paid at least $3,000 a month. And the least person should be taking at least $2,000, at least $250. At least the least person should be $250.
Thank you. Thank you very much, man. Let's leave you there and take another person here on the line. Hello, you're live. Oh, okay, we lost that person. Let's take this one. Again, we lost this person. But keep your calls coming to the number that's on the screen. Call using WhatsApp only, please. Don't call using any other medium, only WhatsApp, and you'll be live on the show tonight. We'll take this person. Can we all mute? All of you on set, can you kindly mute? I'm getting some terrible feedback from you. Hello, you're live.
Yes, good morning, good evening, Nelson. This is Samuka calling from Delaware.
Okay.
Thank you for the show. I'm watching the show from 4 o'clock this afternoon all the way until now. Mm-hmm. But the attitude exhibited.
Nothing out.
I'm here, man. I don't know how to
keep calling on our number, so it keep
call on WhatsApp. Yeah. No, here for you to call direct on it. I don't know how to put this. Hello, please go ahead.
1 second. Yeah, hello. 1 second, I'll be back. Yeah, I was just calling about the salary issue. The issue here is it's not the amount of people or where you paid it, who you pay what. I think that should be the real focus. For example, let's do this, right? You said teachers, you want to improve the health sector, you want to improve teachers, you want to improve the security, right? Pay police $4,000, pay teachers $4,000, give representative
$4,000 what?
2 days a week.
4,000 what?
Let me finish. US dollars. We're not talking Liberian dollars here. You're talking like here, for example, I'll use the same thing we use in America. Where there's a skill shortage, that's where the people put the most money. because they want the environment to grow. Example, nurses during COVID got paid extra amount of money. Cybersecurity today in America get paid extra amount of money. There's shortage of skill in that environment. Every Western country does this. They don't say because you're representative, you're entitled to this, or you're president, you're entitled to this. That's not how it works. It works on the needs of the people. If the needs of the Liberian people is education, security, and healthcare, pay nurses $4,000, pay teachers $4,000, pay policemen $2,500, give representative $500, give minister $300. And let's see what the value of work is. Let's see how many people.
They represent be police though.
Thank you.
Work that's needed. That's my point.
Thank you. Let's go you there and take another person from this line. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you come
That
from.
was a brilliant message from Desmond.
Yeah, guys, let's mute kindly. Go ahead. You're live.
Hello, Nelson. Yeah, okay. This is Napoleon. I call from.
Okay.
If we can say the civil servant who do a full-time job should be paid $250, then the guys in the House of Parliament, they are just part-time, because the guys go to work, they're twice a week, 4 times a month. 8 times a month. Why should you pay the guys that kind of money? So you pay them $3,000. We don't care to buy them car. If you want to ride luxury car, you buy your own car. People in the United States, in the United States, nobody bought a senator and they represented their car. But middle guys ain't know to be in the house and just propagate law that will benefit them. Because they're not putting any law that will benefit them. I say, why should we continue to give them more?
Thank you.
We treat them like a part-timer.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for your contribution. Let's go you there and take another person. The WhatsApp line is there on the screen. Please call using WhatsApp only. Don't place a direct call to that number, please. Let's see if we can take another person here on.
Listen, do you know that radio is off?
We have some technical issue from there. That's why I'm even backstage right now. Yeah. So let's see if we take this person here. Hello. Hello. Wow. Again, we lost this person. Let's see if we can take another call from here. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you calling from?
This is Amos calling from New Jersey.
Okay, go ahead, please.
This platform, this platform is very rich, and people listen to the platform around the world. And I know you apologize to the audience for what happened, and we all listen to it. And I would like to tell the gentleman called Josh, man, you be a good guy. And a man talking, you do attack the family. It was very bad on your part and make people to feel bad about you. And coming to the legislature about the pay, this guy, they are not doing nothing. The guys, they are not doing that. Even they had an office staff, they're doing the work and they're paying them more money.
The guys are making decisions. How come you say they're doing nothing?
Yeah, the office staff are making more money. Well, what happened to the Capitol building today is because of what the guy going through. They're doing the work, and they say that, and they take brown envelope. They take more money, and the guy do the work for them. They live with me. They would get them $2,500 and pay the staff for them more money.
But how can they honor man? How can they subordinate? Make
because the honor man doing the job. Nothing. We know what going on in the country.
Thank you.
People do the work.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go there and take another person here on the line. We'll take 5 more calls and then we wrap up for tonight. We take this person here from this end. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you calling from?
Nelson, how you doing?
Yes, sir. We okay. Let's hear you.
Okay, this is the same debate. I asked you a question the last time. Can I ask my question before I go forward with what I want to say, please?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Let me ask all the panelists today. We are all Liberians. The senators, the representatives, although they go to work 4 times, one Monday, let me say Tuesday, Thursday in a month, that's 2
or 6. Let me just say 8 days in a month. Let me ask all of the panelists.
Okay, so let me just come in quickly on that aspect, right? They said the lawmakers go for sessions on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But in the course of the week, the committees, the different committees at the legislature work in the course of the week. So it's not a case where you say, oh, the lawmakers only go up Capitol Hill Tuesdays and Thursdays. No, they work every day. But Tuesdays and Thursdays are for session, and the other days are for committees to do their working and so forth. So please go ahead, sir.
And Nelson, just to add up, they also should engage with their constituents.
Let me ask this question to the panelists, because the last time I said they should pay their $5,000 and $2,500 for their benefit. Everything. That is $7,500. Some people today, they still yearning why I said $2,500. And let me ask them, how many of you live in a diaspora? It could be United States of America, it could be Australia. How much you people spend a day or in a month on our parents back home?
No, Papa, how does that relate to our discussion, sir?
Okay, it relates to our discussion, Nelson. It relates to our discussion because when one person, we African, especially we Liberian, for example, I will show you on Nelson Colette. Nelson, you that working for Spoon, you're not getting more than $2,000. How many expenses do you have a day? How many friends, how many school mates that comes to you a day? The senators, the representatives, not that they don't work around the clock, they do. You don't speak for them. Although our country is very hard. Nelson, how much you spend a day in Monrovia working for Witherspoon? Tell me. That will end my statement today.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So,
thank
how
you.
much you spend a day?
I don't want this thing to be personal. It's not about me. It's about the issue. No, I wanted. I wanted to be about the issue. I actually wanted to be about the issue and not really about me.
The issue here is, look, the last time I told you 5,000 their salary because they had a lot of things. When one of us come from our family, either a town that we came from. When one person come from there and become somebody, everybody within that town that's your relative.
Okay.
We should know that.
Thank you.
So they do a lot of things.
Thank you, sir.
7,500 and just close it up.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
But we don't want to go personal. Thank you very much.
Yeah, don't go personal. Thank you. You asked me for my expenditure. When I call my expenditure, now you add money to it.
You're going to Yalitule.
That's it.
No, but I am, man. You know,
hello,
sometimes.
Hello, you're live. Let's hear you.
Hey, Nelson, how you doing, my brother?
Yes, sir. It's good to have you on.
And we're sorry for all of the inconvenience that you faced tonight. And thanks to the rest of the panel over there. Just a quick point. So, guys, I know you are doing a great job. Most of us just new to this phone talk, but we are not getting so addicted. Every time I have to turn the phone talk, immediately after I sign up and work. So we will expect more of you. Don't drive your audience away, please. Just keep doing a good job. You are doing fantastic. Just keep doing that. And I think for me, all through my life in Liberia, Spoon Talk is the biggest. This was the first time in Liberia that I feel so proud. The fact that you have, the media is so important. The media plays a very significant role in the process. You're educating people. You are the reason why the election was the way people turned out to vote. You are the very reason. So just keep doing that. Keep doing that. And second thing is that, and just a second, please. And the next thing to me is that we have to speak with clarity. Look, if you don't understand the subject matter, don't jump into it. Speak to the things that you understand. Now, George, my brother George, I love you. But you lost me a while ago. So Roma asked the question on recommendation. I know we discussed the salary last night, right? We were talking about salaries last night, but the house. So Roma asked the question, what would be the recommendation, the limit of the salary, the low and the highest? Joyce said $5,000. But he didn't stop there. He lost me when he said, Liberia, look at the location of Liberia. We are around the coast. I think somebody said, then he pivoted to Ghana. He said the plane can leave from Ghana and go to Nigeria. I don't know what he's trying to say. But he was trying to say that because the airport, RIA is around the seaport. So you talk about you can leave once the plane leaves the RIA, it goes straight to the sea. I got lost. I don't know, you got to help me.
Thank you. Thank you. George will help you.
You will require the infrastructure. I think you should speak to infrastructures. It doesn't matter where you are located. I think the question is your infrastructure. When you develop that infrastructure at the airport, you're going to have more planes.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
It's kind of location.
Thank you, sir. So we'll take the last two calls and then we'll wrap up. Alfred, you live on. Oh no, Alfred went off. We'll take. I see Fanny. Is it Fayumba? Go ahead, you're live, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Mayuba Balekte. I'm calling from Washington, Marysville.
Go ahead quickly, sir.
Okay, with regards to the salary of the legislature, for me, I recommend it to be all in all 10,000. It shouldn't be less than that. And secondly, people are seeing people saying that they're not doing nothing. Absolutely, they're working. People cannot go to school and work. After all, you expect them to even be earning like 2,000, 3,000 at that level. No, man. Let us appeal. Let it have 10,000. Then the staff in there, their salary can be increased at least maximum for them 1,000. Below minimum should be like a 250, but should not go less than that because some people who are there making $150, $80 is wrong absolutely.
Thank you.
Legislature. And also let the government, please, let me say this, let me conclude on this. Let the legislature and or the government in general, let the government or the president-elect make sure and try the civil servant. The minimum for civil servant Nigeria, let it be taken from that level to 250 minimum. Please, for God's sake, because people right now taking $40, $50, $80. That is totally wrong. I expect these kind of people to feed themselves. Talking about corruption, you want to get rid of corruption. It's not easy. So that is my point for tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. So we take the final call now to wrap up. Hello, please go ahead. You're live.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead. You're live.
Yes, am I on the stage right now?
No, you are on the stage right now.
Oh, okay. Hello?
Yes, you are listening to another gadget and it's distracting you. You are on the stage now, sir. Can you go ahead? Oh my God.
Yeah, nothing. Speaking to you, my name is Alfred Miape. I'm calling from Iowa.
Can you reduce the volume of that gadget you're listening to? Whether it's a computer, iPad, phone, whatever?
Yeah,
can you?
I say again, my name is Alfred.
No, sir, you're not doing justice to us. You're not doing justice to us. You need to maybe just cut that gadget off. The other thing you're listening to and just listen to the phone.
It's a phone.
Yeah, but you just reduce the volume of the phone.
You hear
Okay.
me now?
Yeah. Go ahead, sir. Oh no, sir. I'm sorry. We'll have to let you go. Let me squeeze in Toure. Toure has been trying to come in. Toure, just go on quickly. There's no convoluted here tonight, so just go straight to the point, Toure.
Yeah, Nelson, thank you so very much for the show. It's unfortunate what happened on the platform tonight, but that's not indicative of who we are.
There you go.
We're going to go back to the try to fix it. But to the issue, I'm absolutely in support of the staffers. I think Liberia is grappling with something positive. I think that's the right thing. You know, when people feel aggrieved, obviously that they have a constitutional right to do what those staffers did today. Nobody was hurt, nobody got killed. That is a very good thing. And with the salary, I still remain where I'm at. Holding everything constant, holding all of the benefits and everything that the legislatures are receiving. You can give them all of that and just set the salary at $2,500. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Indicative. Thank you. Let's squeeze this final person in. I think he was on, but he went off. We're hoping this time around we can get him because we're wrapping up. Hello, you there? Are you on the line? Can you conclude?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Hello. Oh no! Again, the same thing, sir. Please, when you're calling on the show, please just make sure that your gadget is off. If it is a TV, mobile, can you mute? Someone is not muted. I'm getting feedback. So when you're calling on the show, just make sure. Yeah, okay. So just make sure that your gadgets are off and all of that. So let's do our closing quickly. Francis, let's start with you.
All right, guys. Yeah, thank you for the night. I just want to make one thing clear to our folks. When we're talking about the salary and stuff like that, and someone was saying 3,000, and people coming with 10,000. One, you gotta look at the cost of living in the country to determine what people should be paid. What are these people paying for? What's the cost of living in Liberia that worries somebody to deserve $5,000 or US a month, 10,000 US a month? For example, I'm in New Jersey. I pay 2 sewer bills. In Liberia, you build your house, you don't even pay. You pay a septic tank, you don't even pay any bill for sewer. I pay gas bill that we use to heat our house during the winter and cook. I pay electric bill. There are a bunch of bills. People in Liberia don't have these type of bills. And when you look at schooling, they need to improve the educational system. So giving more money, and our other brothers say, the people from the village, we need to stop that. You're not responsible for the people in the village. The government need to provide a better quality of life for the people throughout the country. Nobody should be coming up because the president's minister, so let's go to a house. That's the reason why they are doing this. They take all the money and look down on the average Liberian and say, they're just begging out for money, begging out for money. No. So the cost of living in Liberia doesn't require people to pay $5,000 and $10,000 a month. I'm sorry. They don't have all these bills to pay. And you look at $5,000 a month, that's a lot of money in a year. The bill, it just doesn't add up. You see? So all that wasteful spending, cut the extra fat from around them and put it back into the economy and make sure people can go to the market and buy their food. People can go to the hospital and get better health care. People can go to school, government school, and get better education. Wherein I'll say, the government education is free. And the same teacher that teaching G.R. Gibson can go and teach the $7,000 a year school. I'm going to send my student to government school. Then what's going to happen is that $7,000 a year school is going to reduce to at least $2,000 or $3,000 because now they see the same education they are providing is being provided at the public school level. So these things help drive the economy and pay the lowest level people on time and at least $200 or above, because when they can spend the money, the economy keeps going. I said earlier, you put more money into the average Liberian hand, they spend, it stimulates the economy, and it's good for everybody. So this thing about 10,000, no. The cost of living in Liberia doesn't worry that type of money. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Thank
Can
you.
I go after Francis?
Yeah, go ahead.
Francis, with all due respect, I want to respectfully disagree with what you just said. Why the people should get paid that low, right? Remember, you heard me say the reason why we pay what we pay here is because we pay taxes, and because that taxes also go towards other services. In Liberia, people want to show up to JFK and get treatment, and they're not contributing to the PA. But you won't get free treatment. How do you expect drugs to be at JFK when you don't contribute to the PA? Right?
But that's not the fault of the ordinary Liberian.
So hold on now.
Go ahead.
So in this process, for me, everybody has to contribute. The government entities that are responsible to create the atmosphere, the environment for investors to come in are the legislature to bring in consignment and all of the different things, right? They got to create the atmosphere for people to see Liberia as a place of investment to come to our country, right? And then other areas will be, will be leveraged, will be given opportunity. But taxes must be paid. Right now, do you know the property tax code in Liberia is 0.002% of the value of your property? Pay attention, 0.002% of the value of your property. So if you have a property that worth $50,000, you will not even pay $5,000 in taxes because of that tax code, 0.0025%. People got to think about these things. All of this humility that we have in developed country, you and I are paying for it. What is the ordinary Liberian paying? Right? So, in order for all to talk about this thing, the first thing I said earlier is that almost all the countries in West Africa, national budget is in the billion, in the B. None of them operating in the million. We got 5 million plus people in the country, and we're still in the 500 million, 600 million. That money is not enough. And of that money, at least 45% of that money go towards salary payment and government expenditures, right? What time they're gonna, how much money gonna lead them for them to start investing into healthcare, agriculture, research and development, technology? So guess what? We have to find the money.
Can we all please mute our mics?
Thank you,
feedback.
Raymond. We have to find the money. We have to come up with ways to generate revenue. And when we generate the revenue, we need to put into place measure to adequately collect the revenue. For instance, today, revenues are collected, but they are ending up in individual pockets. They're not going to where they're supposed to go. So we put in mechanism so that they don't steal the money.
Thank you, Anthony. Well said. You went above 2 minutes.
It's not that revenue is not collected. Another thing, we need to diversify.
Anthony, let's read there. Let's read there. We will talk about the whole revenue. We're gonna take up time to talk about the entire revenue envelope.
Yeah, it will be good at least. So it will help.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the entire revenue, but I'm talking about the reason why the entire Liberia has only one place that everybody can go get passport. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Exactly.
For example, Monrovia.
No, Anthony. I know you want to exhaust this thing. I know your intellectual muscles are pumping right now.
Yeah, man. Because I mean, we can help ourselves, but we're not helping ourselves, right?
Yeah. But so this is a very interesting discussion.
Let me narrate to this conversation, right?
Yeah. So I'm coming shortly, Anthony. So this is a very interesting conversation. I'm hoping that we can take this conversation up from where you've left it tonight, and we can have a whole segment on this particular conversation that you've sparked tonight. It's very important for our country, and I'm hoping that you can be here tomorrow so you can adequately exhaust everything that you have for us tonight. But at the moment, we have to go. I want to say thank you, Anthony, for that.
No problem. I'll hold my peace.
Closing. Can you come in, Raymond, quickly, and then we take Mobile. I mean, one of them. George, have you done your closing?
Not yet.
George is
Not yet.
Okay. So Raymond, go ahead.
So I support
Raymond, something is wrong with gadget.
No, it's not my gadget. Somebody else. Yeah, we all mute. Now it's gone.
Okay.
I support austerity in our country, but audience and my fellow panelists, our serious problem is not with high wages. It's massive corruption. The abstracted industry in our country or sector will create more revenue for us and will take the average Liberian into a middle class if we can only appropriate it well. We have massive corruption. So while we try to solve this problem, let us not focus so greatly on high salaries and miss the mark, because we need to increase wealth in our country to improve our economy and even the acceptable living standard of our people. If we can have all the infrastructure and there's no money to spend by the people, Liberian life will still be in a destitute status. And the cost of living in Liberia is not as low as some people might imagine. I live in Liberia, I know what I earn. But my highest paid job in Liberia was not with government. It was with when I worked for JACA. And I tell you what, I work for the United Nations and all of that. Example, if you have to buy a car in Liberia, you got to buy it cash. How do you earn money to buy the cash if you're going to be paid $3,000? And how do you send your children to school and get a wealth of education to be medical doctors, lawyers, and the likes? They pay fees. How do you build your house that worth around $100,000 to $75,000 when you're not earning? You got to consider all of that. How do you even establish a business and invest in your own country when you don't even have the capital? So when we consider all of these problems, we should consider holistically solving our problems and paying people a just salary that can give them an acceptable living standard is how you improve the living condition of your people. So you can't miss that mark by trying to solve one problem and create another. They got to be balanced. So I suggest that the highest earner in government earn about $7,500. The average.
Raymond, you stay here with this 7,500 debate.
Yeah. If you don't,
they make it up.
No, he said 5,000 last time.
So
Yeah, no,
the
you
highest
added everything.
earners. The
You
highest
added-
earners.
but you're taking it from Minister Mabudu Vlad Yimpa, from Minister Yimpa's office, and you still running with this 7,000.
So the highest earners would be the speaker, would be the president pro tempore and the likes. The cabinet ministers and other officials of government, autonomous agency, around the 5.
Okay.
The lowest earners should make about $250. And like that, we will evenly distribute wealth, and Liberians can have an acceptable living
Raymond.
standard, and we can all be happy in our country. Thank you.
Josh, let's hear you, Josh. Go ahead, Josh.
Oh, thank you, Nelson. And Raymond, man.
I don't know. Mobile, you keep muting, and it's terrible for us.
It's not mobile.
Thank you. So
But then
guys,
how come? Why is this nothing?
can I go ahead?
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you.
No, Nelson is you. You got to mute.
You gotta mute.
No, for me. Go ahead, Josh.
Okay. So Raymond, look, we don't see eye to eye on many issues, but on this one, I think I would recommend you for a co-host. I think when you chair the last segment, it was splendid. Thank you. I hope you can continue to do that. So another thing I want to say here is that one of the callers actually mentioned what I said. Look, I think what we need to do is to listen to the holistic explanation of the panelists when they are speaking. When I made that comment, because look, I don't want to boast or say anything, but I'm widely traveled. The first time I left Liberia to come to work for the UN overseas, I went to Singapore. I sat at the airport, and for the hour that I sat at the airport, more than 20 different planes landed.
And most of the passengers that were coming on the planes were not coming to Singapore. Some of them were going to Europe, some of them were coming to Africa, some of them were going so many places. So they use that place as a hub. Every plane that lands pays a lot of money to the government in taxes. So I was also trying to get into that so that people could see that Liberia does not attract those kind of investment or those kind of revenue because of where we are situated. Because if you get to Liberia, if you want to go to Ghana, when you're leaving Europe, why would you want to come to Liberia before you go to Ghana? You go to Ghana straight, you know what I mean? So if we had a centralized place, that's what I was trying to say. So I hope you can get it, even though I talk a little bit faster. So a lot of people don't get me, but hopefully it makes sense to you. The second thing I want to say is that where I live, we are 250,000 people that live in this territory. It's called the Northern Territory. Last year alone, this territory's budget was $9.28 billion. We are only 250,000 people. You see that? And we spent $9 billion it was our budget. That's what we spent. And if you look at it, we spend that money because we could raise taxes. Like my brother Anthony was saying, we raise taxes, and that's why we want to accumulate that budget. So when people come here and say, I disagree with them when they say because of corruption, that's why we're not doing anything. No, now the current budget that we have on the tables is just 600 million. 600 million is what built one of our hospitals here. One hospital. 600 million. That's what built one of our hospitals here. When I check the budget. And if you say it's only corruption that is causing that, I don't think so. I think our inability to raise taxes, to raise revenue, I think is one of our biggest Achilles heel in Liberia. And if we're able to innovate, to come up with ideas that will get us money, like what one of the aspirants was saying, which is ABC, Mr. Cummings. He said he was going to push our budget up. I did not hear that from the Bwaga, campaign, that they're going to make the budget, to go into the billions, you know what I mean? And how they're going to do it. People can say things sometimes, they don't tell us exactly how they're going to do it. I think the reason why we are where we are is because we cannot raise taxes and because of the poor revenue base we have in Liberia. Like my brother said, quite rightly, Brother Anthony, he said, because people are not paying taxes. Let me tell you, you want to go to hospital, you want to get free medication. Even here, we spend that money, but when we go, they prescribe medication for us to go and buy. But in Liberia, you want to go to the free hospital, you want to go there and just sit down, they treat you, but you don't pay any tax. It's just, it undermines the idea of progressing. Because if you cannot pay taxes, how do you expect the government to get money? Some people have the idea that the government can just go and print money and come and spend it. No, it doesn't work that way. It's the money that we spend. That's why the government turns around to build infrastructure.
Nothing you there?
They don't just print money and spend it. So my issue here is that I think Liberia, we need to innovate. We need to make sure that we can gather all of the resources that we can. With the one we have, because if we are saying that corruption is causing all the problems, then we're going to get billionaires who are corrupt people in Liberia. But I don't see any millionaire in Liberia. When somebody builds a house, who say the person corrupt, that's why I know that house. I don't know. The proportion.
That's already there, George. Can I have 20 seconds, please?
Yes, please.
No, Anthony, you don't have 20 seconds.
No, because I think George missed the mark. Corruption is everything. Corruption is a cancer. If you raise the revenue and that revenue is not,
it's a factor. It's just one of the factors. One of the factors.
Yeah, but
can I come in now?
It's a nucleus to everything. So I think that's
not being able to raise revenue.
No, but guys, there's a serious issue here with audio. I don't know what's happening. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you.
But then,
loud and clear, Nelson.
Can I go?
Okay, Amy, please go.
I refuse to be the last today.
Okay, let's hear you.
Yeah. So, about the salary, I agree with what Raymond said. But Raymond, if we talking about paying these people in order for them to be able to build houses and do other stuff, and then we're talking about paying the lower amount of $250. How do we expect these people to build houses for themselves and send their children to school and doing it? So I think I agree with what you said, but government is also, this is why the government is not a place that you're supposed to just get out of college and come there to make a living. It's supposed to be somewhere that you already established and you are well established and you got things going for yourself, and you come there just to serve and not to be able to come there and get rich from there. So we have, like today, there's this lady that was talking at the Capitol. She said that, oh no, I think it was the older guy. He said that you stay here all for 20, 30 years, you die, and there is no insurance, there's no pension. And like I said, I listened to that old man today and I felt really sad, like listen to him. Because he said something like, I told my wife we haven't gotten paid, but she didn't believe me till she heard it on Spoon last night. You know, those are the problem. I think those are the people that I really feel bad for. And as we sitting here advocating for these lawmakers and ministers, I think that we should also be advocating for those people. I think $250, if we're looking at it like that, $250 is not enough for them. These people have families at home, they have children, and some of them barely have decent home to live in. But yes, they want to take that and send their children to a decent school and stuff like that. So I think we should also up their salary. And yes, Liberia is a small country, but Liberia has resources. Like Anthony said, paying taxes is good, but how can these people pay taxes when they don't even have jobs? They can't even afford to eat. So where are they taking all the money from to pay taxes? So this is where we have the same old lawmakers and things. If corruption, that is our problem. Like Raymond said, we have money. We have all this. Look at all these deals that we are hearing about. B Mountain and all this and it. And somebody owe you 23 million. You claim there's no money, but you waiving all of that money and you taking what, 1 million. Are you crazy? What are you depending on? And you have people in the country, they don't even have money to pay healthcare and none of that. And then people say, oh, you can't go to JFK and expect not to pay anything. Of course. Yeah. But if these people, if everybody are equipped, if you're making the right decisions, if you're not stealing the money and putting it in your personal pockets and think it's for you, thank you. And think it's for you and putting it in your pocket and stealing the money and lying to the people that you wave the money to the people when you took that money from the people and building houses all over the world where you didn't build it, when you were playing football. And then you telling the people there's no money. While people suffering, they can't even put $8,000 in Liberia. What can somebody do with $8,000 Liberian? So it's sad. And I agree that we should up our people's salary, and they are doing the right thing. The same way how the president had the constitutional right to appoint somebody at this last minute, they also have the constitutional right to protest, peacefully protest for their pay, and they are doing the right thing. And I think they should keep doing it, and not to hurt anybody, but to stop whatever that is going on that they are not.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Amy. Maggie quickly, and then Mobile will go. Mobile will take us.
Let me go. Mobile, I'm sorry. So I start from, we talk about, they got something they call cola. I don't know that a lot of people talk about it. You telling me, telling the Liberian people that they should start as low as $200. Come on, guys. How much for a bag of rice in Liberia? And others, just start from the basic. There's a lot of feedback, man. I'm hearing myself. Why not? Can you guys mute? I'm good now. Okay. All right. So, Cola, let me cause of levy adjustment, and even happen everywhere, especially even in the U.S. What a nurse will make in Maryland is different from what a nurse will make in down right at DC or Virginia. And you want to say our people back home should start the minimum from $200. We have people. I understand what Ami said. A government should be like a starter for you to go and serve. But when you have a country where there are no private companies for people to work, they turn to the government. Even in the U.S., when our people don't have place to, a job, they turn to the government. So if you work in the government, you should be able to live at least a decent life. $200, $250. I think for the minimum for Saver 7. I know a lot of people are going to get mad, but it should start from 500.
Thank you, Maggie. Thank you,
Maggie. Please answer.
Yeah, but Maggie is exhausted now. We have to go.
No,
okay,
everybody talk for more than 4 or 5 minutes here. First
Maggie,
of all, I was interrupted because of the sound. I was hearing myself, so I have to stop. You can do that to me, please.
Yeah, Maggie, take 20 seconds.
Yeah, just give me a few seconds, please. Let me just let my thought. As I was saying before, Darcy interrupted me. I think we should start at least from $500 for the Saver 7. And when it comes to the ministers, we can go up to like 3,000, and the representative can start from. I agree with Raymond. 7,000 is okay, but paying them later as $200, and our nurses should be making at least around $750. You people that work, they work to save life. Just the nurses, if I can even talk about the doctors. When you go to school, you need to people go to school because they want to have a decent life. So at least our government should start to do things for the people and not the other way around, paying $200 or even trying to cut the salary. Things are hard. Every year in America, our salary go up, our pay go up. Tomorrow, probably by the first of the month, you're gonna get a review from your boss, and even if that 1 penny they're gonna add onto your salary.
Thank you, Maggie.
The is way below the bill.
Thank you. Moba, just take one or 45 seconds, so we go, Moba.
Megan always name me on the here, but I'm fine. Anyway, I accept the result. But I will not go in deep. The only problem I get is the revenue, right? If we're talking about paying people all the amount, let's look at the revenue. And people, and that look at, look at it from the other side. People say our country not get money, blah, blah, blah. I can tell you for fact, Labra is rich. Labra is rich. That corruption, Labra not have to get a bigger airport before we generate a lot of funding. Labra is rich. Look at the Beer Mountain. Look at that Western cluster alone. The money, right? The money alone out of that Western cluster, the money that we hearing people taking 25 million, 10 million, all the money that included in government budget to be able to help our people in different ways, carry salary up. But look at the horses those people paying. How much money they're making in government? They're paying all the horses. They're paying the apartment, the condominium. We're seeing all these things. We're seeing people paying schools. They're paying their own hospital, clinic. Where the money are coming from? Corruption. So corruption is killing the nation. So that would be real. When I come and say because the people are not corrupt or the people corrupt are the reason why, not corruption making the economics to be bad. Corruption killing the economics. If you look at your gold and diamond, your timber, you still got your resources that are coming out of that country. That will go to the people who pay taxes. People paying, you know how many money people generate a day on taxes? People generate a lot of money because they get businesses, company in that country. So when I come here and say because the country not get this and this, the people are generating a lot of money that can stabilize the economics and help our people. And, pay the people well. People go to cater to the health sector and other issues. But the reason is corruption. There's nothing about it. When I twist it, when I bend it, even the salary we're talking about, if there is no corruption,
thank you, Mama.
7,000, we not get problem with it because we understand.
Thank you.
Even the men who talking say, let me conclude nursing. Even they will come back and say because they will pay the men highest or they will pay them, there will be no corruption. That lie. Look at the senator, the representative. They make you almost 15, 20,000 United States dollars per month. But guess what? They still holding Brown and Vito. So you see it? So the corruption carry our nation. Nothing here. Labra is rich. Labra get money.
Thank you.
You don't know Labra get money. They go open your central bank. Let people go to their houses. They go, they get the government money in their pocket, passing around with it in their houses. But the ordinary people suffering. You understand? So, you know, all our corruption. Yeah, let's say corruption or Remo. I will come with corruption.
Thank you very much. Madeline said what? Nurses.
Yeah, look at it.
And that's why the building
nurse is a career job. Nurse is a career job. All of them now selling drugs.
Why you that?
I think I'm nursing. All of them selling drugs.
Okay, guys, we have to go. We have to go. I want to say thanks to everyone. Can you unmute? Mama, can you mute? I mean,
you need to mute now. See, you gotta everything.
No. Once you mute, I will not hear myself. Yeah, you see, this is good now. I'm not hearing myself. So I want to say thanks to everyone, man. Thank you, Mova. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Raymond. Thank you, Francis. Thank you, Josh. And to Amy, we appreciate you as well for being here tonight. We again look forward to a great show tomorrow.
My sister Amy.
And yeah, so for what happened again, I want to apologize to our audience. It can only get better, and of course, we are in this together. This is the joint. This is.
I think the audience are tired of hearing your apology and our apology.
I mean, please stop interrupting me. I mean, you're interrupting. Seriously, I'm about to put Amy back. I'm putting Amy in the background now. I'm putting Amy in.
So Nelson, are we going to have the meeting right after here?
Certainly.
There's your call.
Okay.
That's you gotta handle that call.
I'm saying that's it. I don't know which one of the group you put that call in because I think I'm in one of the group, but not a general group. So if you are going to use a general group, can you please add me back to that group?
Okay, thank you, sir. I'll do that. Okay, so guys, we want to say thank you, man. Thanks to everyone. We look forward to
That's it. That's it. I guess I'm gonna gist for you.
You probably got
somebody being a disruptor.
About you.
Close the show, man.
They're having in a meeting, Malva. We're not meeting.
My man, no meeting. They will see out here. NCO can say you remember your cassette too. You don't know.
They'll go to the meeting. He said you'll deal with me. I welcome you to deal with me, but you don't want to disrupt.
Read a comment that's saying, I told you the audience was sick and tired of your apologies.
Yeah, you made a call.
I mean, you are inciting the audience. You are instigating violence.
No, I'm not. I'm being honest. Just 5 months ago, since we got on this show, every day, we are sorry, we'll do something about it. And then the same thing come and repeat itself.
Yeah, but I mean, how many times you gonna repeat that phrase? You can't
cry.
Yeah, but yes.
Okay, guys, thank you very much. Have a good night.
Yes, I, a special one from the CEO, Stan Tunnel with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band. Charges on the beat.